Welcome back to another great episode of the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Of course, you know I am the man on the street, and Pharaoh King. That's not dancing. I don't know what the fuck you call that. So, but
I was gonna say, I hope it's not. I was gonna say, I hope that's not the first shit people see or hear.
Oh, the robot.
No. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
This is your boy Pharaoh King,
the mad professor in the boot.
Shut out Orlando, always be ready for do the thing.
And hopefully Tim Dog will join us, shortly. But we will see. He probably, what do you always say? Had therapy today.
Yeah. Stop it, man. Don't do it like that.
There you go, right there. Speaking of the goddamn devil.
Speaking of the therapeutic.
Hey, oh, yo.
That nigga like Beetlejuice. You done said his name too many goddamn times.
That's right.
Man. No, you can't have that racially ignited damn logo on here, even though I like it.
It is what it is. But y'all know how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers how was their day. So Tim Dog, how was your day, my brother?
Man, I finished my last physical therapy appointment before I go home.
They said it. You had to make them right. Oh my God.
Eyes free. At least for now, anyway.
I got you, my brother. I'm glad.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my tardiness.
That's always a good one, though, isn't it, though, Tim Dog?
Yeah.
We forget you.
No, I'm saying I've been there, brother. I'm agreeing with that.
I do.
That's a great thing.
Yeah, but like I said earlier before you came on, Tim Dog will talk about his therapy, and I was right. I should play the goddamn lottery.
Tell you, boy, right on time.
Okay, how was your day, my brother?
Like I was saying before, man. Today, man, I was a little late getting to the job, but when I got there, they won, y'all. The job has won, man. I feel like Kunta Kinte, and they beat me. They won. I gave up. I went down and got me a Starbucks. And I literally told them I'm not doing shit. So I just walked around the hospital talking to people like I really own some shit. I don't know.
Then you should they won because you sound like you won on that.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
The first thing that popped in my head when he said that was that scene from the movie where old boy was talking about his wife she took everything.
Oh no, that was Kevin Hart. That was Kevin Hart stand up with his dad talking about not having pockets.
Yeah.
Right. They got me, man. So
I got you. That joker went from Kunta Kinte to Toby.
Right.
It is what it is, man.
What's your name, boy? Toby.
Bad Professor, how was your day, my brother?
Well, my day actually started yesterday at 10 a.m. and ended this morning at about 11:30 a.m. when I finally passed out.
I thought you were retired, dog. Shit.
So, a slow day. Slow day.
Wish I had it like that. I wish I had it like that. But of course, Shata, how was your day, my brother?
I can't call it, man. Just down here chilling, hanging out with my little grandbaby and, doing what I do.
I got you. And of course, as for me, man, same like Pharaoh. They don't beat me because I look mad every day. So they look at me like this motherfucker just angry. I walk angry, I leave out angry.
Hey, with the same strut.
So they don't know if I'm having a bad day or a good day. I keep it the goddamn same.
He drags his right foot and lifts his left.
That's right. So motherfuckers don't know if he having a bad day or a good day. So they just leave me the fuck alone. But fellas, man, we have a good conversation for us today, man. We don't have a lot of videos, but you got a lot of questions. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started, man. Let me make sure I get it up right. Because one of the greatest coaches is saying, Matt Fesh, you don't show me this now. I'm gonna steal it now. He's retiring. He's retiring, my brothers. So the question is this. Let me get it up right here. Will Greg Popovich go down as one of the NBA's greatest coaches in NBA history? Shata, I'm gonna give you first shot at this one.
By hands down, no doubt. I mean, listen, man. I think Greg Popovich been coaching since I came to this country in '84, dang near. Like, I mean, he had the Admiral, he had Duncan, he had Kawhi, he had Manu, he had the little girl from France. What's his name is that was married to my homegirl, Tony Parker.
Tony Parker. Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, he's a little cute little something, little Tony Parker boy. But outside of that, man, I mean, Pop is one of them coaches where when you hear his name, there is nobody I know that loves basketball that has something negative to say about Pop when it comes to coaching basketball. Hands down, definitely a legend. Definitely.
And before I come to you, Mad Professor, you know, when listen to I think it was Steven Jackson on their podcast, All the Smoke podcast, and he was saying, I think he was talking about his daughter, and he's saying that his daughter was in the hospital, and he told Pop, and Pop said he was in private. Pop said, "Well, you need to be with your child." Then he said, "Come back when your daughter's healthy." So he said, daughter got to the hospital about 2 days later. He came back to practice. He said that Pop said to him, "What you doing here?" He said, "My daughter, she's at the hospital." He said, "No, you come back when
she's healthy.
She's real healthy. You know, so now you come back." So when you hear things like that, and just like Shada just said, I think, and then he's one of the few coaches that speaks on anything dealing with,
no matter what it is.
No matter what it is, he always speak on it. So, well, Pop goes down as one of the greatest NBA coaches in history. Mad Professor.
Yeah, he will. And honestly, because of his social stances, I think that's what'll continue that legacy. Because I mean, he hasn't won a title since 2002, I think it is now. But you know, everybody still, even if you're not a real basketball fan from back in the day, you know what he does now, who he deals with. He's always dealt with social issues, even when he was a front office worker with the Spurs, which is where he got started.
And that's how he got started, exactly.
And he was one of the first coaches to start to embrace the foreign players, which is what San Antonio was known for a long time.
And female coaches.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you know that, like I said, a lot of what he did socially and out and away from the basketball court will have a lot that will go on in perpetuity, as they say. And a lot of changes that he actually brought to the game is what we're experiencing. You know, we can thank him for Wemby, not for Wemby. We can thank him for Tony Kukoc, because he was one of the first coaches to go out into the world once basketball became popular
outside the
and start recruiting. Right.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, because he did start out in the front office. Then he moved into the coaching. But I think what you say, it made perfect sense. His social issues, you and Shasta, y'all say that. I think people will have more respect, even though he's a great coach, but he's not one of those coaches that just bit his tongue and didn't say anything. He saw something, if he saw injustice, he spoke about it.
He's a straight shooter.
And I think that's going to, like you say, that's going to probably last longer than him being a great coach to me. I could be wrong, but you know how some people are out there. They don't want to hear about the social issues. They just want to talk about the wins and losses. But Pharaoh King will probably,
he's in that conversation too. So
exactly. He got 5 rings. So will Popovich go down as one of the greatest head coaches in NBA history?
I'm gonna say yes. And first of all, shout out to his service. He was Air Force for 5 years. He played for the university, the Air Force Academy.
Okay.
He did his 5 years in the service as a Soviet. He was recruited by the CIA. With that being said, he came back to the academy, from what I was reading, was the assistant coach for the head coach of the academy. And then when he got to the front office of San Antonio, he brought that coach over and made him the assistant coach for him at the Spurs. So
he got a lot of loyalty. He loyal to the people that put him on.
Right. So 29 years in the NBA, 5 championships, 3 NBA coaches of the year. You know, almost like 1,400 something plus wins. Of course, he's gonna be thought of as one of the greatest, if not one. You know, definitely top 5.
Yeah.
So yes, the social issues, I believe, come from his time in the service. Shaq said something the other night. I don't know if you guys heard it. He said when he was at San Antonio. His dad, of course, was in the service. He knew that Popovich was in the service at one time, and he didn't have the shoes. He didn't have any shoes, but he knew somebody on the Spurs wore size 22, and Popovich got 2 pair of shoes for Shaq because his dad reached out to him. That's unheard of.
Yeah,
Shaq is that's unheard of. Stuff like that is unheard of to help somebody, like you said, get neat. So yes, definitely hands down one of the best, if not the best coach to be around players and embrace the fans, the culture. Don't forget them. Don't forget them.
Yeah, because I think it was Popovich. I think the fans were trying to throw something on the court. Was it him? And he got pick up the microphone and he basically chased and say, "Hey, we don't do that here."
That's right.
And he let it be known. And Tim Dog, you say something before I come to you. You say something that Shaq basically played it forward because he did that with I think a 17-year-old that wears like a size 22 shoe. And he sent me down to his guy where he gets his shoes from and his suits from.
Yeah, so Shaq did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tim Dog brought it up because he said, I heard you say it under your breath, Tim Dog. He paid it forward. So will Popovich go down as one of the greatest coaches in NBA history, Tim Dog?
Oh, hands down. He's up there. I mean, Red Auerbach and even Phil, but he separated himself because like Red Auerbach, he took some social issues to heart and apply and listened to his players with their issues. He didn't just listen, but he contributed to a solution. And not to mention, the Olympic teams that he coached.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and he's just so humble. Even to this day, he's humbled. There was an interview where he said that he hopes that he'd be recognized for his service and not for his coaching. And that's like you said, man on the street, that hopefully will be the reason why people remember him and not just for basketball.
Yeah, and before I'm coming at you, shot. I'm gonna give you another shot at it. And another thing that you got to applaud him for is that he had great generational players, and they had to change because of course with David Robinson, and
Admiral, baby.
And then after David Robinson, they got Tim Duncan,
right?
But Tim Duncan carried the team once the Admiral retired. Tim Duncan took it, and then of course he got Kawhi. Tim Duncan was still Tim Duncan, but then you got Kawhi, then you got Ginobili, but then like the Matt Professor said, you got those players from overseas. So he molded the game. When the game started to change, he changed with the game. He wasn't one of those coaches that stuck, in their ways. He knew he had to change to, I guess, to be relevant and of course win more championship. Shots.
And I would venture as far to say, people give Phil Jackson all that love and all that. I think Brett Popovich is a way better coach than Phil Jackson ever will be. I think that the great late Chuck Daly was a better coach than Phil Jackson. You see what I'm saying? So when you look at apples and oranges, okay, we got Michael Jordan over here, with Scottie Pippen and all these players. But look what Pop has done. He's had superstars from Argentina, from freaking France. Wemby. Come on, man. The man is worldwide. He is the basketball ambassador.
I got you. And coming to you, Matt Professor. If you were to put, even though we say everybody would give Phil Jackson the best coach because of what he did with the Bulls and of course with the Lakers. He wasn't shit with the goddamn Knicks. But if you were to compare, would you rather have Popovich or you rather have Phil Jackson as the head coach if you had a choice? If you start the franchise.
Is Tex Winter coming with Phil?
No.
You stupid as hell.
Bro, I'm asking the question.
He made a good
Yes,
point.
Winter is the one
of the triangle.
Exactly. So that's why I want to know. That's part of the reason why Phil wasn't successful in New York. Tex Winter had retired.
That's correct.
Honestly, I don't know. Just going socially, I would pick Popovich.
No, but I'm talking about basketball wise.
I know, but that's what let me get there. Because the problem with Phil is Phil wouldn't speak out when there was an injustice done. He just slink back because he wanted to be part of he wanted to move to front office, which is where
Yeah.
Popovich came from.
Yeah.
As a coach, like I said, Greg Popovich hadn't won anything since 2002, if I remember right. I think that was his last when San Antonio beat the Cavs. So it might have been 2001. I don't really remember.
They beat the Cavs. That's their first championship.
I thought it was Miami.
Cavs, that's his first championship. That's 2007.
Okay,
That's when it went.
So yeah,
his first championship was 99. That's the short.
I keep mistaking
Yeah.
the decade because I'm trying to remember which one
Yeah,
was
he been
which.
there that long.
Well, the
Yeah.
1990 I would say the 1991 is his first win. That's the short season. That's when
Yeah.
they beat the Knicks.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
right. That's right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Honestly, like I said, if Phil didn't really build a team the way Greg Popovich did.
I agree with you on
So
that.
I think I'd go with Pop just because Pop, being the front office personnel, knew how to build the team
Yeah.
to answer the question.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that part because with Phil, what's the guy that he couldn't stand?
Jerry House.
Was it Jerry Weinhorn or what's
Jerry
his
House.
name?
House.
What's his name?
House.
No, his name not House.
Yeah, Jerry House, isn't it?
No, it's
The
not Jerry
owner,
House. But, no,
Jerry Buss.
not Jerry Buss. That's
Yeah,
the Lakers,
oh,
man.
man. It's the Lakers.
Okay.
I'm talking about for the Bulls.
Oh,
If
you
it's Jerry
I
Reinhorn,
don't
and
know
what's the other guy?
nothing
Jerry
about
Krause. Jerry
Krause.
I
Krause.
said
Krause.
House, goddammit.
You say House.
Krause.
He got beat us up. Krause.
I had to write.
Yeah, Krause
Yeah.
basically put that team together for the Bulls. But like you say with Popovich, he's basically they drafted the players, they molded the players that made him a better coach to me. Ferrell King. Now that we got the name right, who would you take? Phil Jackson or Popovich?
I'm definitely gonna pick Popovich. And like I said, if it wasn't because Popovich didn't have those, he didn't have Michael Jordan. Shit, let's just say that
Exactly.
he didn't have Michael Jordan, and he had Scottie Pippen come in there. So
He didn't
and
get
plus-
Kobe later on. He didn't get Shaq later
I
on.
would say that I'm also gonna pick him because that was the first game I went to NBA wise that I enjoyed, and they had Dennis Rodman at the time. So yeah.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and that's the year that Dennis Rodman went there, and of course David Robinson won the MVP that year with David Robinson. And one of the most famous commercial when they in the barbershop when Dennis had the head, Dennis, do
Oh,
you,
yeah.
do you? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah.
So bring it on
that
home,
was the
Tim
fighting
Dawg.
fresh years.
Exactly, bring it on home, Tim Dawg. So if you had
I'm
a chance
gonna
to start a
say
team,
Pop,
okay, then.
pop, because that was Spurs culture before there was Heat culture, and everyone on the Spurs knew their role. You didn't hear about, them having confrontations or anything because Pop kept everything not in control, but he kept everything regulated. If you could say, your job, your job, and everyone was comfortable with that because they were winning. I think he's the only one that had, other than I want to say Red Auerbach, who had winning seasons the first 20 seasons. He had a winning season without losing one and without having a losing season. And he
had a long run at that too. I think
yeah. So that tells you something right there. Just because he didn't win the championship, he kept that structure of a team together as far as what they need to do in their roles.
Yeah, and he also he kept it together. And what could have been if they had kept Kawhi? You know what I'm saying? And Kawhi was healthy.
All the coaches that he coached that are now
Exactly.
head coaches.
And that's what I'm saying. So we never know, but I would take Popovich over. I would take Popovich over Phil Jackson for the same reason y'all say. He didn't have Michael Jordan. Not saying that Tim Duncan's probably the best power forward ever. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have he didn't have Shaq. He had David Robinson. I'm not saying David Robinson can never be Shaq. Okay. Yeah. And he came what, a foot from having his 6th championship. And Ray Allen didn't catch that deflection and hit that shot because they was bringing out the ropes. If y'all remember, Miami,
they had the ropes out. What are you talking about?
They had the ropes out. They was about to celebrate.
The fans was gone and the ropes was out.
Yeah, the ropes was out. But I agree with y'all, man. You hate to see because I know he had a lot of health problems. Hopefully that he's not coaching anymore. He could look more on his health and get healthy. But fellas, great topic right there. But we're moving on, man. We're moving on to the NBA playoffs. Before we talk about what's going on, because man, these playoff games been off the hook. Matt Professor, it's that time to talk about your favorite player, Mr. LeBron James.
For fucking what? He not in the fucking playoffs. Move the fuck on.
No.
I do not want to talk about this piece of shit.
We have to talk about
He's not in the fucking. He's not in the playoffs and hasn't been in more than 5 days
like you
now.
say, Bad Professor. Let me finish.
A week now, actually.
No, let me finish.
Damn it.
Because he got eliminated last Wednesday, and we got to talk about the teams that are not in the playoffs because there's a lot of players that we thought was going to show up, and some of them didn't. So the question, I'm gonna give you the first shot at it, Bad Professor, since you don't want to talk about it. Is it time for LeBron James to think about retirement?
I said it was time for him to fucking retire 3 fucking years ago. You don't have to finish. 3 fucking years ago, I said this nigga need to retire. 3 years ago. 5 if you want to be honest, but damn sure 3 years ago, I said his ass should have retired. And I'm sitting, move on. Fuck. About to piss me off.
It's not about to piss you off, man. We got to talk about the first round people that got exit because we wasn't on. We talked about it before, but hey, we wasn't know that it was going to fall like that. But Shata, your thoughts? Is it time for LeBron to hang it up after that loss?
Been time, man. I've been saying that since the season started. You know, LeBron is my all-time favorite athlete. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know when somebody's time is up. It's not a matter of stop hanging on. I hate, just like this morning, I heard somebody say something really, really stupid on the radio. They said they went and saw Sinners, and I'm not asking anybody if they see it. I haven't seen it yet either, but I hear nothing but great things about this movie. Now, you come on the radio and you talk about, oh, yeah, I can't wait for them to make a second. No, nigga, don't make a second one. You got it right the first time. Collect your money.
Roll out.
And get the hell on. You got a son in the NBA now, dog. You got another son coming. Your daughter playing for, bro. Go hold Savannah hand and go to the Met Gala.
I got you. Of course, he didn't go to the
couldn't
Met
do
Gala
that because he couldn't do that because he didn't want to have to limp.
Yeah, because his ACL supposedly injured
MCL because his bitch ass is faking.
Listen. I hear that you don't like my man, but I'm telling you like this now. You getting real close to.
Fuck the bitch.
You about to start some flames, bro.
There it is.
My thing about it is that
Louisiana damn Pelican. Wait to tell Zion Wilson to cover it up.
Nah, goddamn it. Fuck that nigga.
What
I don't give a no. You know what, man? I'm streaming. No, fuck this. This shit ain't moving on. This shit ain't moving on. Let me tell you what my fucking problem. Let me tell you, but you done started now, goddamn.
No, because I gave you your chance.
You done started now. You done started now. And orange boy up there at the top left of the goddamn screen, Shotter, want to sit there and talk shit about the Pelicans. You know what? At least we know who the fuck we are. We don't sit there and fake out. We don't sit there and fake injuries.
Both of y'all. Let me get control here. Mad Professor, I'm gonna let you talk. But what I'm saying is, when I gave you the opportunity, you
every
say
fucking
move.
time
No.
I broke my hand. I was playing with a broken hand. Oh, I'm sorry. This one. It was this.
You told me to move on from you.
Now my knee hurt.
And now
my ankle hurt. I'm the
Why y'all keep getting the number one pick?
My ankle hurt all fucking year.
Why y'all keep getting these number one picks and they're all duds? They're all fucking duds.
Why your boy got to give up picks to get help? Why every time his bitch ass lose? Oh my God, I need more help. Oh, 2 top 75 players ain't enough to carry my bitch ass over the finish line.
Well, guess what? We got the ring.
Top 75.
What Louisiana got?
Fuck that nigga.
Who's the 2 top 75?
Anthony Davis and Luka couldn't get his bitch ass past the first round. Fuck that nigga.
Well, last time I checked, Anthony Davis, they got a ring.
He got a fucking bubble title when they didn't have to move, when they didn't have no road games and played against 20 fucking teams. Half the league couldn't go into the bubble. So that's a half a fucking title, and you goddamn know it. You don't even
gotta-
fucking respect that title.
all
You
I
may
gotta
as well
say-
have said the
before I
in-season
come to you-
tournament
Hey,
win.
before I come to you,
That's
Farrah,
the bullshit you should have brought up.
Hey, Farrah King, before I come to you,
in-season
when
tournament win.
Fuck that
when they
nigga.
check the stats, it's still gonna say championship 2020
Damn
Los Angeles
God
Lakers.
is
LeBron James.
his motherfucking
win.
era, but
hey,
somebody else got 4 goddamn
Matt,
rings
you done
with
had
it.
your time.
Fuck
you done had
outta
your
here.
time.
Fuck outta here.
Get Farrah in here. Farrah, is it time for LeBron James to hang it up?
Absolutely. He's past his 20-year mark. You know what? Was it Dirk had 20 years or 19? Kobe had
Dirk
20.
had 20. Yeah, I think Dirk had
He had
20,
20.
21.
No, he had 21.
Okay.
I think it was
It was
19 or
21.
Vince
still-
Carter. Vince
I
Carter
think
had
Vince
his
had
20 years.
22. I think Vince, but Vince never won a championship though.
No. And it's
This
still,
will
it
be
was still
the
time for him to hang it
22nd
up.
when it becomes
So-
that, right? Yeah.
Can't dunk like he used to.
No.
So no, I would just say that LeBron James, he got his he did what he wanted to do, got his son to the NBA. You know, they did the father-son thing, they got eliminated together. So you know, they kept it real. You know what I mean?
I like that. I ain't thought of that.
You know, yes.
Well, you say that's going. Hey, you say that's
Was
going
that
to be a
too spicy
trivial.
for your shot?
Hey, that's going to be a trivial question in about 20 years. What is the
Yeah,
first?
He's only following what the Mannings did, so it's called Cody.
I
So
got
you
you,
should
I
be-
got
you should
you.
be real good with that.
How's that?
Hey,
Because Archie ain't win shit neither, but they talk about him like he did
Well,
something.
Archie
neither
did-
did I don't what's the name? His father didn't win the World Series. King Griffey Jr. I mean King Griffey didn't win the World Series.
Senior didn't.
and Griffey didn't win one either.
No,
No,
neither of
so,
them
I mean,
did.
but I'm
No.
saying it's still a relevant thing for them to share the NBA process or the
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
like
agree with you
Archie
on that.
did. He
So-
was a football player in the NFL and he sucked.
No,
He
but
had
you
to
can't
play for
say
the-
that
yeah.
because his sons got Super Bowls.
Right.
And his sons didn't go to the team he was playing for,
It doesn't matter.
which
His
is
son's
the only
playing in
reason
the
his
damn
son
league.
was there.
His son is playing in the league.
All I got
What
to
he
say,
playing?
got
He's
it.
been riding the bench the whole goddamn year. What are you?
They
What is
never
he
played
playing?
together though, man. That's
Man.
what I'm saying.
So let me ask the question.
They play.
I got
They
a
play the
question.
first. They play up the first.
So
couple of days
No.
ago.
I'm talking about the Mannings. The Mannings never
Okay, I
played
got you. I see
together.
what you're saying. I see what you're
No,
saying.
no.
My bad.
So
My
you
bad.
can't
My
put them
bad.
in the same
My
boat,
bad.
man.
I got you.
We
I
talking
got you.
about father son playing together.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm coming to you, Tim Dog,
That'll never be.
because I know that this is a hot topic, but we got to talk about the teams that got eliminated because they wasn't eliminated when we was on last Wednesday. We got to cover that, then to catch up to.
Oh,
what's
I
going on
got
right
a
now.
question too about that.
Okay, then, but my thing is to you, Tim Dog. Is it time for LeBron James to hang it up?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Only
Your
because-
old ass knew to hang it up from the army. Get out of here, that shit.
This nigga.
You done?
I'm sorry.
Thank
I'm
you.
drinking now.
Thank you. No, I'm only saying that because the man, I can see if he wasn't out there contributing.
This nigga.
What
I
is he
can see if
doing?
he's not.
Hang it up. I'm sorry.
Let Tim Dog get his out. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
go
Tim
ahead,
Dog.
Tim. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
I'm playing devil's advocate, and you can see. he
Holy
plays
white
better.
man.
Shot. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, I'm
Oh,
just
go ahead,
saying
Tim.
the man can still play. He plays better than some 20, 22, 24-year-olds. Y'all say, oh, he's past his time. He can't do it. The man can play. You talking about he ain't dunking like he used to. Look like it to me.
He actually said that about Vince Carter.
I said that about Vince Carter, dog.
Oh, my apologies. But hey, either way, he's still a force to be reckoned with. Now, as far as playing as many minutes, I'd pull him off the bench or something like that. But if the man can play, let him play. What is wrong with that? And he's contributing. So
Right.
everybody's talking about, oh, he's too old. Too old or what?
Aaron Rodgers can play
He
football, but
busting
we want to sit the fuck
24-year-old
down.
heads. He
Bro.
busting their heads.
Me get in here, man, because I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours tonight. So I'm gonna have to move it along. My thing is this: as long as you're able to do what you love, go ahead and do it. That's just me. If you still think that you could do it, trust me. If I felt as though that I could still continue in the army, I probably would have. But
Hell no.
but it came to a point. But it came to a point where that my body and my stupid mistakes that I made say it's time for me to go. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people that love what they do, and they continue to do it to the day they probably die in there. Now, my thing with LeBron is he'll know when it's time to go, and hopefully when he do go, when he do finally leaves the NBA, who are the pundits going to kick then? See, because LeBron is the poster boy for everybody to kick right now. But once he leaves, who's going to be that poster boy for people to talk about?
But you know what, though? I hate when you say stuff like that, because that's just like all them sorry majors that's sitting in their damn position for 10, 15 years and nobody can get promoted because they ass collecting damn BAH and all that other type of shit.
But
LeBron thinks he gonna sit his ass down.
But shout to the difference between the Army, the difference between the Army and that is that the team could actually say, hey, you're done. We release you. The team could say, hey, we don't want you to come back. The same thing with the Army. The Army can say, hey, we could drop you as well, but we can move along. We can move along, man, because we be here all day talking about LeBron James. But we're gonna talk about his sidekick, though. No, we're gonna talk about his sidekick here because a lot of people, like you say, Matt Professor, I'm gonna give you a shout out first as well, because he did get Luka, and Luka didn't show up. So my question to you is, Matt Professor, do you see Luka get into physical shape to help the Lakers make it to the finals next year? Do you think that he needs to get in physical shape to be able to help them get rid of the hump next year? Your thoughts?
I don't care. Because let me tell you why. How long has Luka been out of shape?
His whole career.
He got that?
Exactly. Fuck that. Let's go back to when he was with the Serbian team in 2024. They said he was out of shape, but he's still bald. I don't want to hear that as the fucking excuse that they couldn't win because Luka's out of shape. Motherfucker been out of shape. So that's the biggest bullshit ass argument they could fucking come up with.
Okay.
And no, you know why I say maybe if they get rid of LeBron and pull Kyrie Irving on the team, because that team worked last year. They got to the finals last year with that team.
They got to the finals. Talking about with Dallas. That is true. That is true. But then shout to what came into play is, of course, Luka being out of shape, and of course, he didn't play no defense. So you think if Luka getting in shape, you think that'll help him with his defense?
Stuff that's always been his career, though.
But that's true. But I'm saying if you get in shape, Shata, thank you for that, Matt Professor. But if you get in shape, would you think that would help him with his defense, and that would help them get over the hump? Your thoughts, Shata?
No. Luka has been the Pillsbury Doughboy since he got here.
Yeah.
And the thing about basketball is this how long he been in the NBA now?
8.
You've been in the NBA
8 years,
and you
it's been 8 years.
Man,
I don't know about 8 years. God damn.
It's 7, 8 years.
Damn.
You've been in the league that long, and
because he's 28 years old. He's 28 years old, man.
God damn.
And I'm saying you're 28 years old, multi-millionaire, and you don't have nobody that could cook your meals, and dad don't got to work at none of that, bro. I don't care what. Bro. I told y'all when the trade went down. What did I tell y'all? That Luka Doncic is gonna go to LA, and he's gonna start eating good and hanging out, and he's gonna gain weight. I said that on this here podcast. And what did Luka do? Go to LA, get comfortable, start eating bonbons, and living a good life.
I don't think he went to LA like that. Matt Professor, give you props. He was out of shape when he came to LA.
Right. That's what I keep saying. He's been out of shape. This is complaints that they were talking about him when he was in Slovenia, that he was out of shape.
Yeah. So
he liked to eat.
Yeah, and of course you say that Farrah. I think you said he that might have been Tim Dog. He liked to drink beer, just like Michael Finley took the beer out of his hand, I guess, when they won the game to go, hey man, that's a bad look. So Pharaoh King, you think if Luka was to lose some weight and get in shape, would they help his defense at all? And plus help the Lakers get to the championship next year?
I'm gonna say hell no, because it didn't help out the damn beard, so it ain't gonna help him out.
Okay, then. What about
you? Know what I mean?
Don't ever.
Because he went to Brooklyn. It's supposed to have been. Remember when they went to Brooklyn?
Don't do that.
The beard.
Pharaoh King, man. Pharaoh King, hold that, man, because I got that coming up. Keep that. Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
I didn't know about that. I'm just saying no.
You need to read
Luka Doncic was never known for defense. It's not going to help him with defense because he lose weight. That got to be part of your make. All he wants to do is shoot the ball. Actually, He wants to carry the ball before he shoots the ball because y'all know damn well that's how he dribbles. He carries that damn ball. But anyway, we're gonna move on.
Just like his running mate right now.
Yeah. So my question to you, Tim Dog, if Luka was to lose weight and to get in shape, you think that the Lakers will have a chance? And will it help him with his defense at all?
Well, defense, you either have it or you don't, and you can.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, I agree
and
with
if
you on
you
that.
don't have it, you can try to make it better.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all a mind state. Rumor has it that Luka is going to a basketball campus up in the summer to get
boy camp
for a 28-year-old. Fucking wow.
Hold on now. Come
Hey,
on, man.
Jay-Z
But you can't have it both ways now. Come on.
Don't
You can't have it both ways.
Jay-Z did
I didn't. I'm not making. I'm not.
Hey, I'm about to say that.
No, what I'm saying is, the rumor is that he's going to a basketball camp over the summer. When number one, that's just rumor, and I hate people bringing up conjecture and putting shit on putting what they want on shit. But the issue I would have with that, were it true, why now? You've been in the league you've been in the league 8 years now. Why?
Can I ask you this question?
Remember, I said
No, Tim Dog, can I ask you this? Then hopefully it'll coincide with what you're about to say. Do you think that why now is because LeBron James is on his last leg and we about to give you the keys to the Laker kingdom? You know what I'm saying? So we need you. No, listen to me, because I want you to answer this question.
I agree with that.
Maybe they want him to go get in shape, give him the keys. Now you're gonna have the keys to the Laker kingdom. Now we're gonna be looking for you to bring us our next championship. So maybe they getting in his ear and they building him up to be the next star of the Lakers. And that's why you hear him talking about going to these camps. Now go, Tim.
Now, when we first heard the trade rumors and everything, I mean, the trade went on. I said that they probably gonna bring him in, so because LeBron's on his way out, and I said maybe this would motivate him to be a better basketball player.
You did say that.
Shape, because that was one thing we talked about. Oh, he's always out of shape. I said, well, maybe being around LeBron and his work ethic would rub off for him. Maybe this is a sign of it. We won't know. And like Mad Professor said, it's all conjecture. So we won't know until yet.
I got you. Let me ask you this, Mad Professor. I'm gonna get everybody, like I say, you think that by them allegedly saying that he's going to, of course we know they're probably going to try to get him in shape. When he comes back next year, we gonna be like, wow, he's the best shape he ever been in. But you think that the front office probably got in the ear and said, hey, you're out of shape, but we want you to be the face of the Lakers. We're going to try to build around you because LeBron James is on his way out. We're going to build around you. Well, you think that would get him to get in the mindset, hey, I need to come in better shape. I need to work at my craft better than what I have been doing for the last 7 or 8 years. Your thoughts, man, Professor?
He was the face of Dallas and didn't do it. So why would he do it now?
Damn, that makes sense.
Why would that make sense now? I mean, Luka is who Luka is. It's just like trying to say he's going to play defense. Like Joseph said, he'd fall out by halftime if he played defense. So, I don't see even if he go into some camp, it's just like Zion. Zion's been in the best shape of his life the last 2 years and has accomplished nothing.
Nada.
Has accomplished nothing, which is why I was telling people at church the other day, they could trade him and I wouldn't give a damn. But the thing of Luka is, does he want that mantle? And he doesn't.
I got
you. He wants the ball. He don't want the mantle of leadership. He just wants the ball, which is why he succeeded with Kyrie.
Every time somebody says Zion Williamson, I think about 2 Chainz.
And
Zion was busting out the shoe.
and I'm coming to you, Pharaoh, because Mad Professor says something. He was the star in Dallas. Yeah. But Dallas doesn't have that shine like the Lakers, 19-time champions, the home of champions, Showtime, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, James Worthy. Yeah, I'm talking about all the players though. I'm talking about all the great players that came through that franchise. You got Magic, you got Kareem, you got Bob McAdoo, you got Worthy, you got Jamal Wilkes. Shaq, Kobe, Byron Scott. You go down the list. You
Yeah.
know, of course, with AD.
Tyrone Lue,
So,
shit.
but I'm just saying, you could go down the list with all these great players. Dallas, only one you could say Luka, Dirk, Ron Harper.
I forgot about Mr.
Ron Harper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a,
Jason
they
Terry.
had a-
Yeah.
no, they had a Ron Harper on there too with a big nose.
Jason Terry.
No, they had they had the
Jason
Jet too.
Terry, yeah.
But I'm just saying though, they had a Ron Harper too, number
You know
4.
that
Look him
Jason
up.
Kidd. Yeah,
They had a Jason Kidd. Ron Harper had a big nose. The
Oh,
other
and
Ron
what's
Harper.
his name? What's the
But that's what I'm saying is
guy with
that.
the long hair from Australia? Steve Nash.
Oh man, no, Phoenix with him for me. But what I'm saying is that
Oh.
with Dallas doesn't have that pedigree when you talk
Right.
about stars that LA has. So hopefully the management got in his ear and be like, hey, we want you to be the
Yeah,
face of the
Jamal
Lakers.
Mashburn.
Yeah, the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Triple J Ranch. But what I'm
Ooh.
saying is,
Yeah.
do you think that would help him get in better shape and become the players that the Lakers need and the front office wants?
No, I mean, just like Joe said, that's his lifestyle.
Okay.
If he wanted to get in shape, he would have been in shape. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to help him with his defense because he doesn't play defense. So no, I think Dallas was a place for him to keep his name. The GM screwed that up, and because that's the only way we knew Donka was because of Dallas. Now he's with the Lakers. Who are we comparing him to?
Yeah, I guess if I'm coming to you now, Tim.
Yeah, so
It's because now that he's with the Lakers, that's why I say
Right.
with all those names, you get that pressure.
no,
pressure-
because
the
he's not
pressure-
on their level.
But you with the Lakers, the pressure is to win championships. It's not like the Mad Professor said and like Shota said. It's not to get bounced in the first round. We didn't brought you here for us to get bounced in the first round.
Right.
We are what I think the Celtics probably over the Lakers now with 20, and we got 19.
Listen, man, the Lakers have not been relevant since Kobe has left. Even though they got the championship in the bubble, they have not been relevant since Kobe. So what are we talking about?
I'm gonna say.
I know you're talking about bringing him over there, but it's not going to make him different.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and Kobe rest in peace. But the Lakers wasn't the Lakers once, because the last couple of years with Kobe was garbage. I hate to
but
say it.
it's still it's
That's
since
what he
Kobe.
talking
He
about.
was hurt a lot too.
Okay.
Yeah,
But my question to you now, Tim Dog, is do you see him being the face of the Lakers? Because like you say, LeBron is out the door, and now he's about to go to this fat boy camp, and they probably in his ear say, hey man, we need you to be, because we don't have championship in every goddamn decade. I'd be damn if we're gonna have another decade without a ring like the Cowboys. Throw them in there. But you know what I'm saying? So we need you to be the player that we traded you for. They should have never traded Anthony Davis now. But go ahead, Tim Dog, your thought.
My thing is, anything's possible because that's why you have the most improved player award.
Man, fuck that award. That's the dumbest award ever.
Well, you can say that. That's
The
your
what
personal
award?
opinion, but the most improved player. The NBA had that since 1985. The most improved player.
And who won it this year?
Well, hold on. This year was Dyson Daniels,
Correct.
Tyrese Maxey, John
last year.
Morant, Julius Randle, Victor Oladipo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jimmy Butler. All those players won comeback player. I mean, most improved player. So if people can turn around and see the light, why can't he? So what? He made mistakes in the back. Everybody makes mistakes. The thing is not repeating those. Hold on now. Everybody
mistake,
makes
though?
mistakes.
What
Now,
mistake, Tim Dog? I need you to explain the mistake.
no,
that he
his
made.
mistake is not being in shape
Okay.
when the
all right.
season
All
begins.
right. Thank you. Okay.
That's a
all right.
mistake.
All right. I got you now. Go ahead.
So just
That's not a
because
mistake.
you go to another team and you had this bad habit of not being in shape doesn't mean that you can't turn yourself around. See, sometimes it takes a spark
a
or a
song?
situation or something to make a player realize that, hey, I have the talent. I shouldn't be, messing around and doing this. I need to get myself together. There
Yeah,
are people who think that. And yet, I mean, I always say better late than never.
I got you.
So
Better
we'll
late
see.
than number. Better late than
Mhm.
number. And why the reason we number 77, we want you to make 77 points,
Oh,
not to
well,
fancy
like
your
I said,
jam
he's
gym
still
shorts.
playing.
But you,
But
I'm
he
just-
can still play.
I know you still can play, But I guess what I'm saying is, you know, if you're gonna be the face of the Lakers, like I say, you can say about any teams in the NBA right now, the Lakers and the Celtics will always be the standard bearers in the league. I don't give a damn.
Oh,
Y'all know I
absolutely.
love my Sixers. You know I love my Sixers.
Absolutely.
Me, I gotta get shots in here. Then I'm gonna let you get in there.
Well, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to ask, was the question though is Luka actually going to sign with the Lakers? Remember, he's no longer under contract.
That is true. That is true.
That is
That is
true.
true. That is true.
Yeah.
I hope he don't come to the
Look
Sixers.
what Joe says.
What Joker say?
Yeah, true that.
His winning weight. Yeah. Shota, your thoughts, Shota. You think Luka's going to be able to turn it around?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Not hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
I don't even know, but hell the fuck no.
Hell no.
I got
Move
you.
on.
I got you. I hope that he
First,
does.
you got to stop crying with them damn fouls too. He's a crybaby with them fouls.
I hope real talk though. I hope that he does though, because I don't like his game. I tell y'all right now, I can't stand his game. His game to me is sloppy.
It's
It's
slow.
slow.
Him and Jokic.
It looks
Yeah, I can't stand his game.
But
But
lullaby ass game.
yeah, I just can't stand it.
But
But we
man,
say
your
this.
boy the same way.
Who?
LeBron, he dribbles the air out the ball,
I say
and you
that.
know it. Oh,
No,
okay,
I
I'm
say
sorry.
that though. See
I
what
thought
I'm
you
saying?
was
I
still
say
talking
that.
about Luka.
No, see?
I thought you
No.
because you said you don't like Luka's game. I'm sorry.
No. The reason why, and we're gonna disagree on this, but I agree with you on that. But and you could say I'm wrong with this, but the players that sometimes they let LeBron James dictate the game, where that the coaching staff should be telling LeBron, "Hey, you
But,
dribbling
yeah.
the ball too long."
Yeah, I agree.
And that's part of the problem, because Michael Jordan wasn't winning until Phil Jackson told him that, "Hey, you got teammates.
right.
Exactly.
You got teammates." So part of that is LeBron James. Part of that is coaching. Part of that is the GM. So see, I'm not saying that LeBron James does do that. Same thing, like I say when I criticize my team. This motherfucker 7'2", goddamn it, shooting fucking 3 points. I'm objective. I'm objective, so I'm agree with you on that. So all great players has to learn how to listen to coaching and become better on their own. Right now, Embiid out of shape. Right now, the motherfucker probably eating a donut right now. Him and Luka.
Didn't
Passing
he
12
come
tackle
into the
round.
league hurt?
Yes, but what I'm saying is what I'm saying is that we have to be objective when we talk about players. I like I said before, Kobe Bryant's a great player. Kobe Bryant probably is the best player that we could ever hear talk about because he stayed in the gym. Allen Iverson, who I love, didn't brought me a ring, but he even said that if I had the mentality of a Kobe Bryant, I would be a great player. And that's what I'm saying about Luka. Hopefully Luka will get that mentality, but I agree with all of y'all. He's not going to get it.
No.
But Pharaoh, moving on, man, quick like. Oh, we have to talk about this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker fucked my whole goddamn team up. Yeah, nope, not him.
Yeah, that's right there.
Oh,
No, right here. There it
yeah,
is, right there.
yeah, I'm telling you.
There it is, right
I'm telling you. That's
what I
Luka
bet you did.
Doncic
Bro,
and black.
I don't
and
even know.
blackface.
Oh, first of all, why would you put that up there knowing when I first came on this podcast? That's the very first thing I said. James Harden on your team will guarantee you ain't going to no shit.
Man.
Okay, then, but here's my question, Pharaoh King. You want to talk about it, you gotta get it out. That's why I say, man, we gotta get this shit out, because why does James Harden seem to fold in game 7? Man, I mean, Pharaoh.
Hey man, I'm telling you now, they need to investigate that dude. Somebody got something on him, man. They got something on him. Hey, if you win this game,
Bro,
That's a
did you watch
conspiracy.
the game?
if you win,
Oh, I
your
watched
family
the game.
gone something. They got to investigate him. My
Listen.
man Chuck was like,
Reason why I say that
7
we need to
points.
invest, I agree with you on that reason, because he had a great game 6. You always have a great game 6.
What the hell is
remember
wrong with
in
him?
Houston? You remember in Houston when he had 11 turnovers in one half?
He
Yeah.
does
There's
this
no
on
way that you
every
saw
single
the second
team.
half of a game.
Oh,
They got to investigate him, man. I want an investigation. Shit, I deserve to know.
bro,
I got you.
This
But-
is
but-
not
but
the
Shot-
most-
Shots-
Find out
Hey,
what's
me,
going
me
on.
coming to you, Shota, because you and Pharaoh try to talk at the same time. Both of y'all can't talk at the same time, because I couldn't
My
understand
bad.
nothing. Yeah, you got Shota. I know you want to talk shit, but you gotta let the other person get their shit out first. Then you come in. Now
You know
go,
how
Shota.
Shaka is.
Yeah, go, Shota. Go ahead, Shota.
Oh, you said go ahead. Okay, I thought somebody
Yeah.
else said go ahead.
Go ahead, Shota.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm just to the point now where I think James Harden should retire too, because the bottom line still remains. It's like we keep seeing the same fucking story, and I'm like, listen, I said it last year. Every team he goes to, he shine all season long. He out here with a all season long, and then here come the game that matter. All of a sudden, there's a damn basket on top of the damn rim. He can't buy a bucket. Why?
He
Why?
ain't no money.
Yeah. I got you.
You know, I've seen
got a hold on
Pee Wee football. When I was in Pee Wee football, we had a player on our team that every time that we were playing a game that meant something, this dude would just it's like he couldn't hold on to the ball. The pressure was on, and I think that's what goes on with James Harden. If he's put in a pressure situation and they're expecting him to perform and they expect him to come out and do something, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't.
Hey, you know, go ahead, Pharaoh. I gotta get. I'm gonna get Matt Preston. Go ahead. What you about to say?
I say he's a Tony Romo of basketball, man.
No,
I got you. See,
that's a good one.
See, I was about to say, but what Shota, what you say when it's time to perform, he don't perform. That's what you say.
That's what she said.
That's just like I say. I tell my wife all the time, yeah, baby, I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 tonight, but the first one, I'm done.
And then add 2 seconds.
You see, I almost kept talking because I know you're
no homophobic.
Yeah, you knew that shit was coming.
Yeah,
So,
I'm out like
I'll
a damn light. I'm out like a
I'll buy
light.
that for $1.
What you talking? I thought you said he's going 2 or 3. Yeah, I lied. You know I was lying when I said that shit.
Come
But
on.
man,
Hurry up.
Professor,
this man is Bernie Mac reincarnated for real.
what is it about James Harden that seems to fold in every game 7? What is it, in your opinion?
What do they say about pressure? It either burst pipes or what's the other one? What's the other? Yeah,
all I know is pressure bust pipe. That's all I know.
There's a second half to that idiom that I can't remember.
Okay.
Pressure makes diamonds.
Yeah, it makes diamonds or burst pipes. That's right. That's what it is. And James Harden, for his entire career, has never been a pressure player. He has to be able to play loose. He has to be able to play the way he plays. And when everything is on the line, he fails constantly. I mean, and I'm not trying to dig. I'm not trying to dig. So don't fucking say I'm trying to dig. But honestly, it's just like LeBron in the fourth quarter. LeBron kind of folds away for that fourth quarter of any game. And James Harden's been doing that his entire career.
But
Can I ask you this though?
Yeah,
you could say that LeBron in his later years.
Well, yeah, but
his later years.
I give you even Dallas and Miami. His fourth quarters was 12 points for the entire series.
That one series, but before that, because the fourth quarter before them to play.
But anyway, let's still talk about
no, because you brought it up. I got to make sure I get it right, because the series that LeBron James, the series before they went to play Dallas, I think the year Dallas beat them, I think they played Boston, and LeBron James went off. That's what I'm saying. His later years, that series with Dallas, I'll give you that though. That I will give you that one.
And this last series, but anyway, four series, but anyway, but I digress. James Harden is not built for pressure. He's a front runner. Front runners are never built for pressure. If you can front run and look good doing it and shine and doing all that other good shit, you're an amazing player. But the second the weight of the world comes on you, it's over for you. And like Joe said, that's why that trio of Russ, Durant, and Harden couldn't work in OKC. I mean, those three should have run the fucking league and couldn't.
But they had Harden come at the bench. I'm telling you,
somebody got something on that dude, man.
I got you. And you know when Math Professor sends shots, I got to send them back. So Tim Dog, the Math Professor talked about LeBron James folding, but somebody went to the Wizards and you couldn't get them to the second round. but he was about 40. So
Who did he play
we
with?
talk-
Who did he play with?
I don't
I'm
give a damn
glad
who
you
he played
fucking
with.
brought that up.
But
Who he played with, niggas?
but Tim Dog,
Who he
Tim Dog.
played with compared
I don't
to
give a
LeBron?
damn.
He
He's
had
the
to go
GOAT.
play.
He's the GOAT. He should
He
make
had
him
to go
better.
play.
He's
No,
the
no,
GOAT.
no,
He
no,
should
no,
make
no,
him
no.
better.
You brought
He's
it
the
up.
GOAT.
Who he played
He's
with?
the GOAT.
Who
He had
he
the number
played
one
with?
draft. He had the number
Who
one
did he
draft
play
pick.
with?
He had the
Who did
number
he
one
play
draft
with?
pick.
Who-
He had the
Rip
number one
Hamilton?
draft pick.
Was
Yeah,
Rip
Kwame
he had
Hamilton?
Brown
the
does not count for
Kwame
nothing.
Brown. Thank you. Fucking
He
these
don't count
motherfuckers
for the
always
fucking
want to do
dog
that
on the
shit.
bottom right
This
corner.
nigga playing with
Man,
AD and
don't
Luka
even
and can't do
try.
shit. Man, get the fuck out of here.
He got a
Hey,
championship with AD.
Kwame
But we
Brown.
get you in here, Tim Dog. Your thoughts,
Oh,
Tim Dog.
And he
Your
picked his
thoughts,
dumb
Tim
ass.
Dog.
That's what made it even worse.
Go ahead. Exactly. Tim
Man,
Dog.
what was the question again? That blew my mind right there.
But James Harden, man, folded in the goddamn
yeah.
game 7.
Historically, yeah, and like Joe said, he's a regular season MVP. Get up there,
Yeah.
put the double one MVP, and then they get in the playoffs, and you know he acted like he BDSM, he choking. So
Yeah. I shiny sharp.
Hey, I got a question though. I got a question. Was this the first time all the home teams lost
Yes.
the
Yup.
first game?
Yep.
Yes. The other
Yup.
day, yes.
Yesterday,
All
yes.
home teams
First
lost
time.
home
And then Cleveland
lost home
lost
court
2
advantage.
home
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, but
Yes.
see, why you jump the subject, man? It's coming. We talk about
You
the
said
playoffs.
the playoffs. We talking about the
Yeah,
playoffs.
but no, we still talking about
Playoffs?
James Harden.
No,
We
I mean,
talking
it's the
about James
playoffs.
Harden. You jumping the goddamn subject, man. Goddamn. And matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go first because you talked about the goddamn Knicks. Riley stuns the goddamn Celtics. So here you
Yeah.
go. Here you
Talking
go.
about this bullshit Knickerbocker team.
What impressed you
You
by
gonna
the
watch
Knicks
your
making a
mouth.
20-point
You gonna
comeback
look at-
against
you gonna
the
look at
defending
this hat
champs,
and have some
Boston
respect.
Celtics. Go ahead, Pharaoh King.
Listen, when you shoot yourself out the game, you're supposed to win if you're the
Thank
opposite team.
You.
They
Mhm.
60 shots,
Mhm.
you miss 45. You better have an opportunity to get to the goddamn and win a game. They
Was
shot
that-
themselves out.
was that the question?
I'm finished. Sit your orange hat back. Listen, I'm telling you now.
Was that the question?
And I'm
though?
telling you now, if they did not miss 45 shots,
Was
and
that the
shot
question?
themselves out the game, they would have lost by
Shot,
40
you got your
damn
turn.
shots.
Shot,
He
that's your
answered
turn.
the
You got your
question,
turn. Let him
Shot.
get his out.
I wanted
all I'm saying.
him to answer the question.
I didn't hear the question because I was trying to explain to you why them dumbasses lost.
Okay, so basically you wasn't impressed by the Knicks coming back and
No,
winning the game.
no, I was not impressed because their most impressive team was unimpressive.
I
So
got you.
no,
I got you. Shotzi, your turn at it now. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just I am a man of
Principle.
facts and statements. That
they had the numbers. What are the facts you need?
are we, your name Shata?
Well, you
No,
know you already know about that.
didn't.
Your name Shata?
Yes.
You want to finish my mind?
But go ahead,
Okay.
Shotzi. Go ahead.
Man, you know how
So
Shot
my
is.
thing is whether you win by a mile.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. So wait a minute. Didn't Indiana guy gonna have a close call? You ain't gonna talk about that game.
I don't give a damn about them.
But
We
I'm
talk
saying
about
though, it's the same situation.
hold up. Let me lay the rules down. The rules of the rules of the engagement is this. We are talking about the Celtics, and we're talking about the Knicks. We are not talking about Indiana. So let's keep it on what we are talking about.
I was using
The
that
Celtics-
game as a metaphor to say why are you easy not upset about that? It's the same situation. They
Because
came
we gonna be-
back in
The reason
game
why
that
the reason
they
why
weren't
the reason why I
supposed
say that because we gonna be talking about Indiana later. That's what I'm saying. We jumping around.
Right.
I'm trying to keep it structured
to. I hear
so
you.
we can keep it
I was
nice
going
and
to
flowing.
elaborate on that, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is
All right.
you could have used the same thing, but the fact of the matter still remains: the Celtics was up by how many points?
20.
23, the most.
Joe, you a Knicks fan too, aren't you? Yeah.
So
Shanta,
I mean,
you
what I want to know what the hell you talking about with if you were that nigga you lost. Okay, then won't get ready for the
Shut up.
next
You
game.
made my
In
point.
overtime.
Celtics was up 23 and they continued to play.
We all
the-
watched it and you lost.
right,
Next
and they
question.
continued to
In
play
overtime.
like they were down. So they shot themselves out so they could lose the game. That's all I said.
I got you. And you know, I'm gonna agree to a point. Don't get me wrong. Now the Knicks, you got when the teams play like the Celtics, and of course, you know, I hate the 3-point shot. Everybody shooting so many goddamn times. And of course, that's how teams gets back in, especially when you go ice cold. So my question to you, Math Professor, were you impressed by the Knicks and the way that because they weathered the storm? That's all you got to do, weather the storm. Hey, all we got to do is weather the storm because the team's going to go cold sooner or later. And the Celtics went cold, and the Knicks, hey, they came out on top. Were you impressed?
And to answer the question, yes, because when you see a team shooting threes, sometimes a lot of young teams' predilection is to start going shot for shot. The Knicks didn't do that. The Knicks played within their game.
That's right.
They played their game because honestly, if I was the coach of the Celtics, after they missed the 10th free throw, 3-point, I'd have told the next motherfucker that take a shot is running 200 laps. Yeah,
I'm pulling you out the game.
You're sitting out the game because that was pathetic.
Man. Shit.
That was pathetic. But the Knicks stuck to their game, defense and getting inside, which is why I said they're a dark horse to make the Eastern Conference Finals. As long as they play that game, they could win it. And so you've got to be impressed with that, and you got to be impressed that they're a very young team that got rid of their best player in the guy who's with
Randall.
Randall, and they became better.
And if I'm coming to you, Tim Dog, what I agree with the Knicks, because you hear a lot of pundits when the Knicks traded for Brunson. Oh, you traded for Brunson, you got to lose the team. No, I'm just saying, you trade for Brunson, you got. All the pundits were saying that, but Brunson went to the Knicks and made them way better. And like you say, Matt Professor, and I think Pharaoh said it too. I think Shota as well. The Knicks are a defensive team. Boy is a defensive-minded coach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like you say, hey, they're gonna sooner or later they're gonna get ice cold. And the Celtics went cold from the 3-point line because I can't stand threes. Y'all already know how I feel about that shit.
You know what?
But once they went,
to your point, but about the threes, I've been watching each one of these games intently, and you are right. I've been literally counting them, and these cats put up a lot of damn threes.
Yeah, and
they put
a
up
team,
a lot.
And a team like the Knicks, like I say, we just need to weather the storm because we know we can stop you on defense.
Right.
And we just need you to make some shots so we could get the rebound, 2 for 1, whatever. And I think that's what the Knicks did. So my question to you, Tim Dog, were you impressed by the Knicks coming back after being down? You say by 23 and winning the game.
Well, I'm gonna say I was impressed because most teams, when they get down like that, they give up. And the thing about Boston is they got complacent. They got real complacent. They weren't driving through the hole. They stopped at the 3-point and shoot it. They missed like 29 3-pointers, something like that. And like Pharaoh King said, they shot themselves out of the gym, and they could. And they allowed the Knicks, who are a good defensive team, forced them to turnovers and came back. That was what, third quarter? No, fourth quarter, fourth quarter. And so it was third and fourth because they pounded their asses to get to tie the game up. And then in overtime, Boston wasn't there. They only scored once, I think, once or twice.
Their ass was tired.
Yeah, so right now Boston's looking good against the Knicks. I mean, everyone expect that, but you can't sleep on the Knicks. And you got the clutch player of the year, and we saw what he did in the previous series. I mean, the boy, fourth quarter, nobody can stop him.
Yeah. So,
I just say I was impressed only because the Knicks never folded. They kept pushing on that defense. Yeah.
I'm gonna come at you.
I want to say I want the Knicks to win. I want them to win.
I know.
I was just elaborating. Let me finish, Shada. I was just elaborating that because of what the Knicks have, the Celtics screwed it up. That's all I'm saying here.
No.
I don't want the Celtics back in it.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what y'all fail to realize. There's a narrative that the NBA wanted to run with. Because if you remember correctly, we were supposed to get Donovan Mitchell. That's why everybody in freaking daggone New York.
I didn't know that.
If he wanted to go,
it was a toss up between Donovan Mitchell or Brunson, but Donovan Mitchell was out of our price range, and then they started talking about Brunson's dad's on the damn staff, and
right. I remember that.
So they want to see that matchup between Mitchell and Brunson to see if which one was the better fit for the
I'm gonna
Knicks.
tell you
That's
right,
what
they might
want.
not get it. Go to the
Yes.
next game so we can talk about
No,
that.
no. I got to ask this question. So, Matt Professor, what do the Celtics have to do to tie this series up, in your opinion?
Go to the hole.
With
I
who?
mean, that's go to the hole. Jason Tatum can
Hey,
drive to the
Jaylen
hole
Brown.
and dish out.
Yeah.
Jalen
why-
Brown can do the same thing. Like I said, they gotta play Celtics ball. They gotta play what won them the title last year. Let
Yeah.
Drew Holiday penetrate, especially Drew Holiday. Let him penetrate and kick the ball out.
Yeah.
Or a mid-range
That was
shot,
a
or
Bucks-
somebody else following them
Bucks
down the
dumbass
lane.
fault.
But not those goddamn 3-points. Because last year, they didn't win games on 3-point shooting last year.
No, that was Houston last year that was doing
Right.
that.
So my next question to you, Shota, what do the Knicks have to keep doing to make sure that they go up 2-0 instead of having them series tied up 1-1?
The Knicks are going to do what the Knicks do, and what that is, they won this game. They're so high off of it, and they're going to get blown out in the next game. And then they go to New York, and they expect the crowd and Spike Lee and everybody to pick them up and take them over the hump. That has been the Knicks' mantra for years. We always get these good teams, and we play them, and then we get to the playoffs, and then we change what we do in the playoffs, or we freaking don't do anything to bolster our team. The Knicks need to just go ahead and just play basketball. Play basketball. Play with the same intensity that you played daggone with until you win the damn series. Period.
Right.
Okay, so Pharaoh King, who you got see winning the next game, in your opinion? Who
For
you
the
taking?
Celtics and Knicks,
Yeah.
I say Knicks because the Knicks have scared the hell out of Celtics. Unless the Celtics make a change in what they're doing, the Knicks is going to pull it out.
I disagree.
All right then. All right.
Okay.
All right then. What your thoughts on Tim Doe?
If Cat stop trying to be a big man shooting threes, take to the hole because they don't really have anybody that can stop him in the paint.
God.
Yeah, I
So
think
that right there would make the Knicks have a better chance of beating the Celtics.
I
Trying
push back on that.
to shoot threes, trying to keep up with the Celtics, and you're not going to do that.
Could I push back on that?
I'll give you the last statement. Go ahead.
But the thing is, the way the Knicks play offense, that wouldn't work. Even though Cat has better footwork than Porzingis, the way Brunson plays, Cat Williams cannot go down there like that because it's gonna take away from Brunson penetration.
I'm not saying every play. It can work. You have plays for the big
I'm just
man.
saying from what I've watched all season, how they run
Hey,
it doesn't.
Matt,
So me and you,
say
Tim, we got the Knicks game too.
No, I ain't got the Knicks winning. I got Celtics winning.
Well, before we move on, the Celtics are up 50-41 at halftime, but they've taken 21 3-pointers and missed, and they've only made 5.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They live by the 3, they die by the 3. You know what I'm saying? When you're on
the other night too.
Yeah, when it's on, it's on. But when you're not, it is what it is. Y'all saw what it is. The next thing we're gonna talk about is these boys. I didn't see these boys playing like this. That boy Halliburton,
That was a good
that
game.
motherfucker's out there shooting lights out. So, Pharaoh King, how shocked are you that the Pacers up 2-0 over the Cavaliers?
Man, I'm extremely shocked because I got Cleveland winning that shit. I'm extremely shocked. Now, I don't know what's going on, but this is definitely playoff basketball with these two teams.
Mhm.
And I remember I said I didn't know who Halliburton was. I know who he is now.
Yeah, especially after that big game shot that he made.
Man, that was just a great rebound. That's all I asked about.
He
that.
got his own
That was a
rebound
great
off the free
rebound.
throw.
Yeah.
And even
Matt
a better
Professor.
shot.
Matt Professor, your thoughts? Did you see the Pacers being up on the Cavaliers 2-0?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I didn't see them being up 2-0, but I imagine them winning the series only because of the youth of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And that
they're not
momentum
used
that
to
they had
being
from that
here yet.
last series, and that
Yeah.
momentum they had from that last, it carried over.
They're not used to being here just yet. So
Yeah.
I mean, if they lose this series, I'm gonna put it on their youth and say wait till fucking next year. But I'm surprised. I am surprised they're down 2-0. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost the series though.
Okay, then what
I
about
just say they're
you?
getting out coached. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. What? No, go ahead, Tim Dalton.
You can
Go-
say
come
that.
in
Yeah,
first.
you can say that.
I'm
They
coming in,
getting
Tim
out
Dalton.
coached because Rick. I mean, he's been there, done that. So he knows what to do. Just like in the previous series, just got out coached.
Okay,
And to me, Cleveland have the better team, but
Right.
Rick, he been there, he's done that, and he knows what to do. So,
yeah, and I guess we say that earlier. It's come down to coaching. The coaching, you have to have a great coach that have seen things, and of course to make adjustment on the fly. You know, and say, hey, let's switch off. I need you to guard this person. That's not no. I need you to, because that's the person with the hard hand, and I believe coaching has a lot to do with it as well, Tim Dawes. So
yeah,
shout out
Adam,
to your
you
thoughts.
know, he's a good coach, but he's not a playoff tested coach.
I would agree.
I want to say that. Wasn't Rich Adamman the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers?
Yes, he
When they went to the
was.
championship. There was a couple of
Yeah.
years.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
he
so I
wasn't
want to
the
say
head
that.
coach, he was on the coaching staff.
No, he was the head coach.
When
I would say-
when Portland went to the playoffs,
Yes.
Yeah,
When they went to when they played against
That's
Jordan and the
Damian
Bulls, yeah.
Yeah, that was Rich Adamman, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
not
it was.
crazy.
That was
Yeah,
Rick,
Rick
Rick
Okay,
Cattleman.
right before,
Yeah.
right before.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I know I'm not crazy, but
No,
go ahead, Shaka.
Right.
Go ahead, Shaka.
I will say Tim Dog has a point with the coaching, but at the same time, neither one of these teams, I can't jump out the window at this point and say they're going to take it. They're both talented teams, and Spider he's something special. You know what I'm saying? So they're both young teams, and I just don't know who's going to show up from night to night, depending on what's going on. So I can't even right now, because Indiana's got this thing on their back. Like if we go to New York, then it's going to be this whole narrative of Reggie Miller in New York, and if daggone Cleveland go, then it's going to be the whole narrative Brunson versus daggone Spider. So either way, the NBA wins on this one.
I got you. So I'm coming to you, Pharaoh King. What does the Cavaliers have to do to change this series around? Because if they go down 0-3, I don't think no team has ever come back from being down 0-3. So what do you see the Cavs have to do?
Pray. I mean,
Oh God damn. Oh God damn.
pray the coach knows to change something up. Donovan Mitchell, he playing hard, but you know what? He had 45 seconds left in the game and got hurt. So
Yeah, but they had 3 of their starters out too.
but once again, pray. I don't know.
I got you. Bad professor. What do the Cavaliers besides pray? I think they play before every game.
Damn,
How do you
damn,
see the Cleveland Cavaliers? What do they need to do to turn it around to win Game 3?
And they got to win, honestly. I mean, because the experience of everything goes to Indiana, so they got to hope that they make better decisions. Because if you look at the box score, Indiana didn't win but one quarter.
That's right.
In the last game.
That's right.
They were blown out the first quarter.
That's right.
I mean, so no, they won the second and the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But they were blown out the first quarter. But I forget that Indiana also has Pascal Siakam, who has championship experience.
Yeah, from Toronto.
From Toronto. And that's the one thing that even with Donovan Mitchell, that's the one thing that Cleveland is actually missing. They don't have championship experience even in their coaching.
That's
so
right.
they have a coach who coached for a title. They have a player who's played for a title. Honestly, Cleveland has to hope that Indiana makes a mistake.
I got you. What about you, Shaka?
Hey, isn't that a pray? That sounds like a prayer to me.
Yeah. Shaka, what does Cleveland has to do to get back into the series?
I think they need to go back to what they did in the last series. The exact thing that won them the last series is they need to go back to that. I think the only difference between the last series and this one, they don't have to deal with somebody who just take 2 steps and he's at the rim, like they did in Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now they have to expend so much manpower to stop one man. Now they could go man to man or double team, and I think Indiana is they're a more controlled, fast break team than Cleveland is.
Yeah.
Well, I think you got it mixed up because Indiana played Milwaukee.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying that
Okay.
I think that the way that Indiana is playing right now, up and down it's more controlled than Cleveland. It's almost as if Cleveland, when Donovan Mitchell brings the ball down, it's almost like if people aren't in the right place, the play breaks down. As in Indiana, when they come up, they always reset and know exactly what to do. As in going from a 2-3 to a 3-2 to a man-to-man, and then they switching. That
I got you. I
think that's confusing Cleveland a little bit.
And I think with Indiana, I think playing a Giannis, because we knew everybody knew you build a wall. That's what they did. We built a wall about Giannis. And I think they probably doing the same thing with my man from Cleveland. Build a wall to make him dish it off to somebody else, and they make the play. So Tim Dog, what does Cleveland has to do to get back in this series?
Get back to fundamentals that got them there. To me, Cleveland, other than the game yesterday, their problem was they were trying to, I mean, the defense is fine. That's not their problem. Their problem is in the offense, just not getting the good shots. And they've taken too many threes. In other words, you know, like most of the teams, you have a wide open lane. You're not shooting the three well. Like Donovan Mitchell, he changed up. From the first half, he was like 1 for 7. But then in the second half, all he was doing was driving to the paint and getting his buckets. And to me, that is what they need to do. You know, get the easy buckets. Because even though it's not a 3, you still put some points up there.
Yeah, I got you. That is true. And I think Cleveland had to get, like I said, I'm agree with everybody. Cleveland had to get back to what got them to. I think they're the number 1 seed, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get back to your game.
Best record.
Yeah. You get back to what got you the number 1 seed. And I think that they got out of what they've been doing.
Yep.
And I think what helped Indiana was to play a team like Milwaukee with a great player like Giannis.
Yep.
Because now you got a player like Donovan Mitchell coming in. We don't play what I think Giannis done won the MVP 2 times. I'm gonna say 2-time MVP. We don't play the 2-time MVP. So Donovan Mitchell, and an NBA champion. So Donovan Mitchell, hey, we got something for you. And it goes down to coaching. That's why I say the coaching made changes on the fly and say, hey, this is what we need to do and do what we need to say.
Right,
damn. That ain't right.
That ain't right at all. No. That ain't right at all.
That ain't right.
Matt Professor, I'm coming back to you because this guy said he was a king slayer and he killed the king. But now are the Timberwolves on upset alert after losing game 1 to the Warriors?
No, not anymore. Reports out that Steph Curry has a grade 1 hamstring. So he's going to be out at least through a game 6 if it goes that far.
I think he'll be out down for the count.
I think what happened with Minnesota and the Warriors in the game 1 is Minnesota was so high off of a series that I picked them to win anyway, and a lot of people, a lot of professionals didn't. That they got a little bit over their head and was emotionally drained, and that cost them. Yeah, they got over their skis.
Exactly what I said to my homeboy that called me that night.
And that cost them game 1. I mean, Steph Curry went down in the first quarter.
Yes.
So, you know. So, you know.
I don't know if Matt, if you could pull it up. Wasn't they 15 for like 46 or something like that for 3-point shots?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, so, I think they shot themselves out of, when it's going down. But I think it was like 15 or 46.
But, and that's and see, that's Minnesota's problem is they're not a 3-point shooting team anyway. Exactly. So why it's what I said earlier. Young teams will try to keep up with other teams when they're shooting threes. When one team starts shooting threes, you can almost guarantee the other team is going to start shooting threes.
Yeah.
And that cost Minnesota the game because they tried to keep up with Golden State and Buddy Hield, who's built on shooting threes.
Yeah. Buddy Hield is hot right now. Pharaoh King, same question to you. Are the Timberwolves and Matt Professor said a great point that I want you to answer as well. Mm-hmm. Are they overhyped because they beat the Lakers, the team that everybody picked to beat them, but then they came in and the Spurs, I mean not Spurs, but the Warriors. Before they got Jimmy Butler, they wasn't supposed to be there. They had to play. I think it was in the play-in game to even get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, are the Timberwolves on upset alert after losing game 1?
I don't know what Steph Curry out, but I would say if Steph Curry was in, definitely. You got a playoff team, man. You got a playoff coach. You got a playoff player. You have a four-time champion on the field. I mean, on the court. You have what is it? What is Green? What do we call Green? The enforcer. You got the enforcer on the goddamn field. Man on the court. yeah. And that's another thing too. Rudy,
one good game. That was the last series.
You can't say something like that.
Rudy, I don't know what to say about him. He played well last series because you was playing a subpar team, in a sense. But now you're playing a real team.
I need you to get your brother.
Yeah, why you call him Rudolph, man? That's
because he went from being I think he won the defensive player award about 4 or 5 times.
He shouldn't have won that shit. That skinny man.
I'm just saying that's why I call him Rudolph, because he done shrunk back because
that Draymond
Green. It's something Draymond Green is crazy. It ain't right. I agree with you with that.
He's bigger than Draymond Green.
But he ain't crazy like Draymond Green.
You might want to get crazy. You might want to get some smelling salt before you go on the court.
Yeah, I got you, Joe stupid. But I gotta get Tim Dog in there. Tim Dog. Are the Timberwolves on upset alert, or are they still carrying over that high from beating the Lakers? But weren't they in the
I can't stand Joe.
But what was it in the conference championship last year?
Yeah,
it was in the conference championship. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tim Dog.
I don't know, only because like you said, they were still coming down. They were still high from beating the Lakers and Ant-Man talking all that crap, but Golden State punched him in the mouth. Told him they didn't want to hear that shit. And once again,
Ant-Man had a horrible game too.
Yeah, because he was too amped up. Well, I mean, what was his stats? But it's just that when you play a team from the previous series and you have a good series, you're supposed to forget that series and prepare for the next team.
Yeah.
Minnesota didn't get that memo. So they thought that they can run up on Golden State, who are 4-time champions?
Yeah.
Right.
So
without Klay Thompson. This is the first year without Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
Edwards had 23 points, was 9 of 22 from field goal shooting and 1 for 5 3-point shooting.
Yeah, but he only had 1 point the first half
with 3 turnovers
in the second half.
And I'm going back with Tim Dog. I'm gonna let you finish your statements because Tim Dog, you say that I just researched myself. They was 5 for 29 for 3 points, including 0 for 15 in the first half, shooting 3 points. But go ahead, Tim Dog, finish your statement.
And you Steve Kerr, Hall of Fame coach, Olympic winning coach,
not for coaching.
Took over for Greg Popovich. Yeah, he's gonna get in there for coaching.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, okay, whatever, Charlotte. Anyway, I mean, you can't overlook that. Once again, he got out coached.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you. He might get in there, but we all know that's Mark Jackson team. Mark Jackson Mark Jackson laid the blueprint. All Curry did was
he was the only one talking about Curry and how great of a shooter he was, and when he didn't win Rookie of the Year.
So that first championship, that Smart Jackson championship, just like that first championship.
I've been saying that shit for years.
Just like that shit in Tampa Bay with old Chucky. That's goddamn a man from Indianapolis.
Yeah, Tony chicken and waffles up there.
Tony Dungy.
Yeah, Tony Dungy. We all know you just got in the right position.
You damn Skippy.
Somebody already laid the groundwork. But that's just me. But he did win 3 though. After that first year,
after the first one, you got to give it to him. Yeah,
first you got to give it to him. So I agree with you on that point. But that first one, okay, yeah, of course we know that's goddamn Mark Jackson. But Shata, are the Timberwolves on upset alert after losing?
Definitely, with or without Steph, because the mere fact of the matter is, number one, you got to think about what they got on their bench. They got Ant-Man, they got Rudolph Gobert, and they got
Y'all wrong for that, man.
And what's my man that used to be with the Grizzlies? Been in the league forever. He like a journeyman like Jason Terry and Jason Kidd. They just pass around like.
Mike Conley.
Yeah, that. Dude.
Yeah, Mike Conley.
Yeah, that cat. Yeah, he on
Mike
there.
Conley is a good vet.
But outside of that, what do they have?
I got you. And even the coach say that when I watched the interview, he say that Anthony Evans has to play better. You know, if you want to be the star of the team, we need you to play better.
Well, I'm gonna tell you where they lost. Where they lost the game was your boy Jaden McDaniels didn't have a good game the other day.
He got into foul trouble too.
Yeah, he didn't have a good game the other day.
And that's another thing. When you got these star players, your supporting cast has to play well for you to play well. And sometimes
Matt Professor made that statement though, man, on the street, because he did say at the beginning, like, "Oh, come on, man. I mean, Steph, come on, dude. They don't have enough."
Yeah, but Matt Professor, I'm gonna give you first shot at it. You spoke about it a little bit, but like I said, y'all must be reading my goddamn notes. What effect does Curry injury have on the Warriors for Game 2? And can Jimmy Butler step up and lead them to another victory over the Timberwolves? In your opinion?
Well, Steph Curry was steady leadership.
Yeah,
and you can say what you want about him, but he's always steady. Yeah. He's always a leader on the team. He calms people down. He brings people up. Where Draymond just want to tear people down. And that's why Draymond.
That's why I say he crazy.
Yeah, Draymond. That's why Draymond can't leave, because he wouldn't have the right kind of leadership around him to make him successful.
Yeah.
And as far as the second part of the question, what was the second part of the question? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Can Jimmy Butler win Game 2? Yeah. Can
Jimmy Buckets win them Game 2? If he's in the right mind space and he has his hair flat, he might win. But if he's not in the right mind space, no.
Okay. No. I got you. So let me put it back up. The question for you, shot to I want Matt Professor. He said, I forgot part 2. So with Curry having an injury, can you see the Warriors taking game 2? And can Jimmy Butler step up and lead them to that victory over the Timberwolves, in your opinion?
Steph Curry affects the game. Yes, it's a huge, it's a humongous bunch of points that's missing. Yeah. Because Steph Curry also brings that if the game is within 10-15, he could hit 2-3 threes back to back. All he gotta do is run around and get to that spot. So you lose that right there. So that offense is gone. Yeah. Now we're talking about Jimmy Butler. Now we all know it's Jimmy Buckets. He earned that damn name. But when he left Miami limping, and he went into Golden State limping, and he's still limping, and then he got injured, and now he's back, and he expect to be carrying the team. Nah, son. If I'm gonna tell you like this right now, if Golden State beat Minnesota in the next game, they're gonna sweep them.
Okay, then. Goddamn. Pharaoh King, your thoughts? The injury, can they win Game 2? And of course, if Curry, of course, they say he's not going to play, but can Jimmy Butler take them to win Game 2 as well?
No, I think Minnesota's going to win this next game. I think they're going to win it. They, like I said, Jimmy Butler is not going to be able to make threes, and the Timberwolves they have everybody still. So as long as the enforcer keeps Rudolph at bay, I don't know.
Yeah, and Joe, I agree with you on that.
I don't know, but I think the Timberwolves are going to be too much for him this second game.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
That's a big weapon.
And I agree with Joe on this because what he says is that Jimmy Butler says Curry made the game easy because you got the Curry because he can shoot it as soon as you step across. Shit, motherfucker shoot it from across half court. You don't need to be.
Every time he shoots the ball, everybody's running back for defense.
Yeah, I think who's that? Mike Epps in one of his comedy specials. He say Curry just out there just throwing it up, just walking down with his mouthpiece all out. But that's the type of player that he is. But Tim Dog, with Curry being hurt, can the Warriors win? And if they do win, do you see Jimmy Butler taking them over that hump to get that win?
He's going to have to, but it's going to be difficult because the defense. You notice when Curry gets the ball, they concentrate on him. He passes it out, the ball gets kicked around, and that's how they score. Without Curry being in there, the defense doesn't have to concentrate on him as much, and they can concentrate on Jimmy Butler. but the other players, Buddy Hield and was a guy named Brzezinski, you know, Peyton, they need to step up and shoot. So I don't think they're gonna, you know, beat Golden State. I mean, I don't think that Golden State is going to beat them like that, Minnesota like that, but I see it going 7 games.
And you know,
Hold on. I got a question.
Go ahead.
So hold on. So you telling me from your assessment, Tim Dog, you're telling me in a 7-game spread without Steph Curry in there, you think Golden State is
No, not without Curry, but Curry going to be back hopefully in the 6th or 7th game. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that without Curry, they're not going to win.
You just saying they need to steady the ship till Curry gets back.
There you go, and they can do that.
Yeah.
If
With Jimmy Butler, and
Jimmy Butler, he's gonna, it's gonna click on him. Oh shit, I really need to do something.
But you do remember he got injured.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
But it goes back.
He's been
It goes
hurt
back.
before.
But it goes back to something I think either Mad Professor or Pharaoh probably say it, or one of y'all said it. It goes back to your bench. It goes back to your players. Like you say, Buddy Hield stepped up. Buddy Hield was like lights out. Can Buddy Hield has another game 2 times in a row? Jimmy Butler's going to be Jimmy Butler. You know, Draymond going to be Draymond. But without Steph Curry, we need another piece. And Buddy Hield in that first game, Buddy Hield was the other piece. Because like you say, Matt Professor, I think Curry went out, the first quarter or the first half?
Second quarter.
Okay.
First quarter.
Yeah,
first quarter. And
you know what I'm saying?
see, Buddy,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Pharaoh.
Matt
Go ahead.
I was and Draymond can't get ejected from the game.
Yeah, but go ahead, Matt Professor. What you about to say?
Definitely.
I was going to say, Buddy Hield to me is the most important person on that team right now, and which is why everybody wanted him.
Yeah,
the Lakers pushed to get him. I wish the stupid ass Pelicans wouldn't have let him go.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, though. Buddy
much
Hield,
like they did Dyson Daniels, the most improved player in the NBA.
But the thing with Buddy Hield, though,
that's why he improved.
Ever since he came out of college, man, he played with the Sacramento Kings first, right? That's who drafted him.
No, the Pelicans drafted him.
Pelicans
drafted him out of Oklahoma.
Okay, so but he kind of disappeared after he got drafted for a year or two, didn't he?
No,
he disappeared.
He bounced from team to team because no team was using him right.
Okay. All right, I just heard about him big coming out of college, and then when he got drafted, and then I heard him for a year, and then I didn't hear nothing about him until he got to Golden State again.
Well, like I say, I heard of Buddy Hield when we went on a cruise, went to Jamaica. All the Jamaica were talking about was Buddy Hield because he's Jamaican. So you should know that.
Really?
Not Jamaican. Not Jamaican. Not Jamaican. My bad. Shot.
Yeah.
What's the shit, man? Right there. Oh shit.
I'm about to say because he's not black enough.
Oh shit. What the shit?
More, please.
The Bahamas. He's from the Bahamas.
Oh,
Bahamas, Jamaicans, y'all all the Bahamas, Jamaicans, y'all all the same people. I'm fucking with you, Shopton. My bad. I'm fucking with you, man.
They all grow sugar.
Yeah, they all grow.
Hey, they all on land surrounded by water. It all matters.
Right. It don't even talk about my goddamn state, man. You talk about my state, man. Clutch his fucking pearls.
I got you, man.
Well, that's why they wouldn't sleep because of that.
And reason why I say that if Steph Curry can't play, Jimmy Butler has to take over the team, and then of course we need Buddy Hield because Buddy Hield needs to take the place of Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson was that guy when Curry was out. What he scored one time in a half, like 30 or 40 something.
30 something points, yeah. 30 something points.
But Buddy Hield has to be on.
Playing?
He played with was he with Dallas?
Oh,
he was with Dallas, but what I'm saying is Buddy Hield has to be that next point in the call for them to be able to win game 2. But I got Minnesota winning the series. But like the coach said about my man from the Timberwolves name Ant Man. Yeah, he has to play better. And 5 for 29 from the 3-point shot, motherfucker. Somebody else should have goddamn 3. Somebody should have another goddamn film be mad because you could get down there and got goddamn 2 goddamn points. Now, yeah. Now we moving from a team that can't hit a 3 to a motherfucker was almost automatic hitting a goddamn 3. But the Ravens say, motherfucker, you got to go. So, Pharaoh King, did the Ravens make the right decision by releasing Justin Tucker?
That's the massage dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, shit. Yeah, massage your ass at the house.
All right,
Shit.
Dan. Reason why
I mean, hey, they did it with what's his face?
Alleged, man.
we got to say allegedly, but reason why I'm saying that because I think Justin Tucker was the most accurate kicker. I think he got
NFL
history.
in NFL history.
And
I think they did draft a kicker in the draft, but so you saying it's good that they got rid of him?
Well, I mean, what are we doing? We're gonna chastise Deshaun Watson for what he's done. You're gonna you allow Ben Roethlisberger to stay on the team after 2 allegedly. Well, actually, no, like he was found guilty of it, but they still kept him. What was the other kicker? There was another kicker that just got in trouble.
From Buffalo. No, the dude from Buffalo.
Right, the Buffalo.
Buffalo. Yeah,
he still got a job, does he not?
That whipping his wife ass.
Right. Well, he got a.
Was the Buffalo or the Giants? Either Buffalo or the Giants, but he was whipping his wife ass.
No, it was the Giants. It was the Giants.
It's the Giants. Yeah.
He still got a job. So they're picking and choosing who comes and goes. You know what? Everybody should get the same thing. If you get in trouble for some type of domestic violence or whatever, you got to go. Get on up out of here.
You agree with what Pharaoh said there, Matt Professor?
Whenever a white guy loses a job, I love it. So I'm fucking kidding. I'm fucking kidding. But yes,
there's always truth in a joke.
Hey, they learned it today. They learned it today.
But here's the thing. When something like sexual assault comes up or sexual misconduct, you gotta take that shit seriously. And it's unfortunate. And I know it seemed like we're all double talking because we hate when an accuser brings up something from a long time ago. Yeah. But with the NFL being what it is, and they're doing this big outreach to ladies playing football. I mean, to ladies playing and watching football. You have to take it seriously, unfortunately. And Justin Tucker, not unfortunately, you have to take it seriously. And Justin Tucker, he had 3 years left on I think $40 million contract, which made him the highest paid kicker in the league history.
Yeah.
They had to take you can't just gloss over it.
Yeah, and of course I'm coming to you, Shot. And of course with the Ray Rice situation, you already had
with the Ravens, right?
With the Ravens. Now we got something else dealing with, sexual assault. Ray Rice, we all saw the video. We can't say
never heard from that brother again.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He got a podcast now or some shit.
But with letting him, they have to set the standard. It's like, hey, it's not gonna be us because of course of the Ray Rice incident, which popped up everything. Then everything just started coming out. So, Shata, do you believe it was a good decision by the Ravens cutting ties with Justin Tucker?
Yes, at that time, the season he had last year, he was struggling.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. That's one of his worst seasons.
Yeah, that was it. This was his most horrible season in a long, long time. So
yeah, him and
they had already got the use out of him. So
with him and Deshaun Watson, both of them had terrible seasons. They ain't getting the massages like they used to.
Hey, look, I'm just saying now your time has come. LeBron need to follow suit. Just go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I can't get my homegrown goddamn massages. Shit, I be missing field goals too. Them dog. That's your other team. Your other team. So how do you see your Baltimore Ravens cutting ties with the most accurate kicker ever in NFL history?
Oh well, gotta go. But there's one thing missing: the media scrutiny. Because when Ray Rice and Deshaun Watson, every 5 minutes, CNN showing something about
because he was released.
Correct.
But
and it's alleged.
Even if he wasn't released, I mean, you don't hear anything about it.
I guess so. Tim Dog. Can I say this, Tim Dog? Can I help you up, Tim Dog? I guess he didn't get the same scrutiny that Deshaun Watson got when the news broke. But in defense, Deshaun Watson was the face of the Houston Justin Tucker
Yeah.
is not the face of the Ravens, so you're not going to get that same type of scrutiny.
And it
I
wasn't,
understand what you're saying.
and it wasn't the same number either.
Yeah, yeah. And so Tim, I understand what you're saying about he should get the
Was
same
Ray
scrutiny.
Rice the face of the Ravens?
But Ray Rice was
Yes,
on
he
camera
was.
beating the piss out of his wife, and
Yeah,
yes, at
Ray
the
Rice
time
was.
of the
Yes, he
Ravens,
was.
he was the face of the Ravens.
Yeah,
Yes, he
as a running
was.
back. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Assault is assault.
No, we agreeing with you, Tim. Dog.
Yeah,
we're agreeing, yeah.
No, we all agreeing.
No,
on
I'm
that.
saying
lose
as
his
far
mind
as
over there.
the media, like I said, the media scrutiny.
You said chlamydia.
Yeah,
That's the
I ain't say
media.
no chlamydia.
Oh,
But I think I
wow.
know what you said, Tim Dog. We all agree with you on that
If
point, bro.
you got a problem, you need to go see a doctor.
No, I guess what we're saying, but I'm gonna say this.
We're
I don't
agreeing
give
to
a fuck.
disagree.
Right.
No, I'm gonna say this.
I
'cause
know,
don't
I
give a
know what
fuck.
y'all saying. I'm just
No,
upset.
I'm gonna say because like the math professor said earlier, motherfucker get mad at me.
Right.
This is a white guy. You're not gonna get that publicity on a
No.
white guy. You get more
It's
publicity.
obvious.
We get more publicity on a black guy because everybody portrays the black guy as being a
Predator.
tyrant, a predator, any goddamn way. So
That's probably-
and then he's a kicker. So
Yeah.
we not gonna get that same level. Like with Deshaun Watson, yeah, he's a black man. He's gonna be that tyrant or that predator. And then with Ray Rice, of course, he's a running back. He always getting hit in the head.
and Ben
So
Worthless
you're gonna
Burger.
see that. You're not gonna see the same type of scrutiny from the media because they're not gonna get a lot of clicks or a lot of views because we're talking about a white kicker
Right.
that kicks 3 points every fourth down or whatever whenever he get a chance.
When was
And
the last
that
time
is
a
like-
kicker? When was the last time a kicker was relevant in the NFL? Sebastian Janikowski. That's it.
Yep, Janikowski.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm
Justin
just being
Tucker.
real though. Justin Tucker. Exactly. But I'm just
Justin
being
Tucker.
real. He's not gonna get the same type of scrutiny from the media, but we hold his ass to the fire though. Bitch ass, we holding his ass to the goddamn fire on the goddamn Bedded and Sex Sports podcast.
That's right. You damn
That's right. And-
Well,
But
yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
Tim.
no.
But,
Bet he had
but
some
Tim Dog,
big
but Tim
ones.
Dog, we agreeing with you though. I don't want you to think that we're not agreeing with you.
Yeah,
we
we're
totally agree
completely-
with you.
yeah.
Everything that you say, we totally agree. Moving on, man. Moving on to baseball. Now I'm coming to you, shots. This your team. Why do you believe Aaron Judge is having the remarkable start to the ML season this year? What would you point to that? Hey, this is what he's doing better.
There's only one thing. He started the season the same way last year. They got them new bats. That's it. And he
The booty
happened
bat.
that going real good with it. That's it.
That's a lie because he's not using that bat.
He's not using the booty bat.
No,
No, he's using a traditional bat.
Okay,
Look it
well,
up.
I'm not surprised because he did the same thing last year. It's just what Aaron Judge does.
I got you. I
Until
got some
come
coming to
the
you,
end
man,
of the
Professor.
season.
I guess with the way that he started to see, do you think that because the way that the Yankees lost last year, that he went and start looking at film and say, hey, I could do this better. Instead of trying to hit home runs, if somebody's on base, maybe I need to knock in another RBI. Maybe I need to put us in position to make that play. And goes back to something we talked about with Luka. You know, did Aaron Judge say, hey, I want us to get that championship because the Yankees is known for champions.
Right.
We not known for not making the World
Right.
Series or better not winning the World Series.
Right.
So you think that he took that to mind and said, hey, this is what I need to change a couple of things. Fuck all the home runs. The home runs are great, but maybe I need to do other things to make our team better. Your thoughts?
I would hope so because he's been hyped for the last 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Yankees fan. Everybody knows that, but I know Aaron Judge and I know most of his stats most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been? What I brought up, how long has it been since the Yankees won a title?
It's been a while.
10, 15 years at least.
I think
That's
time
one
he
of the
won-
Cowboys, thank God.
No,
last
not
time they
no.
won,
Thank God, no.
I think what's my man name was on the team. What's my man name? Oh,
Oh, you
shit.
talking about old boy the reliever, Rivera.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the
Manny.
guy with J Lo. He used to date J Lo.
Rodriguez,
Rodriguez.
not David
Rodriguez,
Justice.
yeah.
Rodriguez.
Well, that's Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Hey,
Coach
It doesn't matter.
Halle Berry.
Same person.
Yeah,
same
same
person. It really
person.
don't matter. It really don't
Go
fucking
ahead,
matter.
listen.
Go ahead, man.
Some biracial ass dude.
Yeah,
But
hey,
anyway,
go ahead. Go-
anyway.
Don't talk about Halle like that. Don't do that.
No, we talk about the dude. We talk about Halle.
Anyway,
Go ahead, Professor.
But he had Aaron Judge has stepped his overall game up. I honestly it's as best player in the league. I'd still hold him behind Shohei Ohtani
Yeah.
personally because Otani's crushing yet again.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had to do something because the Yankees always had big bats. That
Yeah.
big bats and great pitching. And
Got
shut up,
very
shut up,
Sound like-
Pharaoh.
sound like you
Shut,
said big
shut,
bats.
shut,
We ain't got
shut
that.
up.
Big back.
But yeah, he had to do something because them flaming out in the playoffs every year
Yeah,
is not helping the Yankees aura
Yeah.
because nobody wants to play for the Yankees anymore.
Yeah. Shotzer, that's your team. Defend your boy.
Oh,
Shotzer
I'm
already
not-
went.
Yeah, I did, but at the same time, I don't have to defend greatness. We're saying what we need to say.
You're right,
Okay,
Joe.
then.
2008, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
then. Well, Tim Dog, man, what they in your league, they in the AL. So
AL East.
your thoughts?
My thoughts is this: how is it that Aaron Judge can be a great player but improve himself, but Luka Doncic can't?
Okay. I got you.
Because it's
Sir.
two different sports.
Two different
No,
sports. but
no.
I guess
No,
I'm saying,
no,
He got a point. He got a point, but
no,
I'm gonna tell you why we say that. Because Aaron Judge is young. Luka's
Yeah.
been in the league 1,000 fucking years and
8
been
years.
playing
Judge been there
basketball
how long?
1,000 years.
How long has
Yeah.
Aaron
Has
Judge
it
been there?
has it been 8 years yet? Because I know he missed a year for injury.
I guess,
It's close to.
and I'm gonna get Farrah. Farrah, I haven't gotten you right.
9 years. You got
Okay.
9 years.
9. Ooh, even longer.
So
But he's
Farrah,
not as
so-
old as Luka.
But that's why,
Right.
Farrah, let me ask you this question, and that's why I say with the lore of the team, with the pedigree of the team, like with the Lakers and with the Yankees, we not known for going out in the first round. We not known for not winning the World Series. We not known for not even making the NBA Finals. We known home of champions. You could go down the Yankees pedigree. God damn, they got so many goddamn Hall of Famers. So with the season that he started off with, did you see the adjustment that Aaron just made in his game to say that, hey, I'm gonna do things different to make sure that we get over the hump this year?
Man, and that just goes back to what I was saying earlier. We don't know. I mean, Aaron Judge is like a monster.
Farrah, you a damn good ventriloquist.
Yeah,
to do that
thank you,
shit over
Farrah.
1,000
Oh, I'm
miles.
sorry, my bad. My
God
bad.
damn.
I'm sorry. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Farrah. It's all good, Tim.
I'm
Though
sorry.
you old.
My bad, Farrell. I'm sorry.
You
No,
old.
honestly,
We old.
We're talking about batting,
I ain't old, nigga.
right? We're talking
I
about a
said
person
Pharaoh.
that's hitting the ball, as opposed to the team itself. The pitching isn't that good,
Yeah.
right? You got to look at the pitching. The Yankees were known for having top-notch
Pitching.
starters and closers,
And when
Yeah.
was that?
and that was the last time they won. Then
Joe Torre.
right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we talk about a person that's hitting the ball. Those can come and go. That's a slump. You know what I mean? Or you stay in the batter's box, do whatever. We'll know by All-Star weekend how
Yeah.
good it's going to be, because you're gonna be facing different teams in those series, after the All-Star weekend. So I would say that Aaron Judge batting, yes, he's good, but we talk about team overall. They
Yeah.
gotta fix their pitching, and that's what's gonna win or break them.
But see, that's been their problem is they've given up pitching prospects for hitting.
Yeah.
right. So I'm saying you can hit the ball all day, but if you can't keep the other team from hitting, what the fuck are we talking about?
Just like my
I got you.
Orioles.
I got you, man.
What did I tell y'all about New York general managers?
Who cares?
Yeah. I guess what I see with him and the adjustment that he's made in the season to start, that I think that he went and looked at and say, hey, it's not about always the long ball. If I could keep it in play, if I could move the runner from first to second, or if the runner's in running position, if I could move him to home plate, that's the adjustment I need to make. I don't have to hit it. I don't have to hit it out the park every goddamn year. And that's why I say he probably went and looked. But Farrell, you brought up a good question. You brought up a good answer that you said. We all know when it comes the spring break
All-Star
or whatever,
weekend.
All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
If the Yankees in first place or they done fell off and playing
Right,
in
I was
the
actually gonna say we'll see by September.
yeah, we damn sure will
Did
see.
it,
We
did it.
will see. Now, fellas, man,
Exactly.
our discussion,
Idea.
because I'm trying to keep us under 2 hours. I'm trying to keep us under 2 hours tonight.
Let's
This
move,
is
let's
just a
move.
quick discussion right here. And Matt Professor, I'm calling you first because this is your favorite president. You voted for him 3 times in a row. So I'm going to make sure that you get your chance to talk about your president. You know what I'm saying? You got his T-shirt, you got his hat, you got his flag. What else you got?
Cell phone number.
You got his socks, you got a cell phone number. Shit, you was almost in his goddamn staff.
Stop
He sent you a letter. So,
gaslighting.
so my question to you is, and to the same
Bullshit.
panels, y'all thoughts on Donald Trump wanting to sign executive orders on NIL in college sports after talking to Nick Saban?
That
What are your thoughts on that?
diving commie, man.
What's your thoughts on that? Thank you for that, Shata. But I'm talking to Matt Professor right now. I'm coming you second, Shata. Your thoughts?
To hell with Felon 47 trying to rule again by executive decree, trying to limit what anybody else can make while his ass constantly swindles money from his supporters. And Nick Saban, again, suck a dick, Nick, because your bitch ass just mad that you can't control the players because of money like you used to be able to under the goddamn table.
Oh, you damn right. Say it again.
And before I come to these shots, let me say that, and because that Alabama is not the powerhouse like it used to be. Now, all the college teams could be powerhouses now if you got a player that you could give them money for NIL. What is it? Name, image, and likeness.
Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah. And like somebody said today, Donald Trump probably couldn't spell NIL if I give him the I and the L. So and just to hear him say, "Oh, I'm gonna look," and then to do an executive order instead of researching what it's really about, because Donald Trump, you are NIL. Because what do? You make money off your name, your image, and your likeness. Think about
He's
it.
doing it right now behind the scenes.
I'm just saying, but Shotzi, your thoughts, man.
I'm only gonna say this because I told you there's only certain people in the damn sports world. You mention their name and it automatically makes me daggone break out in highs and this daggone Ku Klux Klan having that Saban is one of them. People like to talk about Nick Saban, but let's think about this, because back in the day when I was in high school, junior high, I was heavy into the Alabama program back then, and they were under sanctions when I was back on a big Alabama fan. Nobody talked about Alabama back then, but
no,
I digress.
Not at the Bear
Nick Saban, Toledo, Kent State, Syracuse, West Virginia, Ohio State, Navy, Michigan State, Houston Oilers, Cleveland Browns, Toledo, Michigan State, LSU, and Alabama. That's his career.
You forgot about Miami.
About
Miami.
Oh yeah, Miami. Yeah, but Saban's first head coaching job, he was 9-2, and then he was an assistant head coach in all those schools at Kent State, Syracuse, West Virginia, Ohio State, Navy, Michigan State, or Houston Oilers. He was an assistant coach. Then he joined the Browns. Nick Saban didn't start winning until he got to Alabama, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, he won at LSU.
No, LSU, he won it.
No. Okay, he won at LSU, but what I'm saying to you is, if you look up Nick Saban's career stats and you put it next to most other coaches, you could actually see where Nick Saban's career started taking off.
I got you. I agree with you on that.
If you dig even deeper, Alabama has been under sanctions dang near every single year Nick Saban has been there. If they haven't been in some kind of, and he always puts it off on, oh, my assistant did this, or the boosters, or this, they have protected him. And the reason why Nick Saban is daggone cozying up to Donald Trump right now is because the NCAA changed, and he can't daggone, like Mad Professor say, go into these homes and tell these parents how much he's going to do for their kids, and then they're going to kick him out of school when they don't give him what he wants.
Well, he's not the head coach anymore, so he can't
I understand
do it anyway.
that, but that's why my thing is that's why Nick Saban retired, because the playing field became level for all the coaches. He can't just go in and take all. How the hell you get the number one recruit 10 years in a row?
Yeah, I got you. Pharaoh King.
Come on, man.
Your thoughts, man, on Donald Trump want to do an executive orders on name, image, and likeness because of Nick Saban, after talking to Nick Saban, rather.
I believe politics need to stay the hell out of the NCAA. On top of the NBA has no, it was only 106. I think this year on 106, they declared for the draft, going into the NBA because of the NIL. It was like almost 400, like 4 years ago. So they don't want people getting paid, and like Joe said, people of color are the ones that's making out with this. You can't have that. They're trying to control the narrative of how people make money. Remember, I made a comment before. I said that if you look at the teams or the professional sports that have salary caps, who's the majority players?
Yeah.
And so now they're trying to do the same thing with the NIL because those colleges are making out fat rat money with all the colored players.
I got you. Tim Dog, your thoughts on Donald Trump want to do an executive orders on the NIL?
Shoot, if it takes somebody going up there kissing up to his ass to get an executive order, I'm gonna tell him, shoot, I need a new house. Do executive order for that shit. My thing is, why is he putting himself into everything? Because he wants to be king. He wants to be like Putin. So the NIL deal, it ain't gonna go. I mean, you got these rich Republicans who are going to pacify him, but executive order for what? That is not the presidential duty. It's responsibility. You making it your responsibility because you want something relevant to do. That's it.
But executive orders aren't laws.
No, they're not. And that's why Harvard is taking his ass to court. He doing executive anyway. I guess is not the right thing for a president and for Nick Saban to complain and bitch about because his bitch ass is sorry without control, and that's what this is all about. Control.
And that's why baby move to me.
And I think we all in the same agreement right now. We want these brothers and sisters to get paid. We want everybody to get paid because your name, image, and likeness. We want everybody to get paid. But I agree with Joe, and what Joe said is that the reason why they're doing it is because of that majority of people that are making that money are people that look like us, and we can't have that. We want them to be able not to be able to get something to eat late at night. We want to keep them on that plane. We want them to beg to come to our university. And because of name, image, and likeness, I don't have to come to your university. I could go to a small school and get the same publicity that I would have got at your school. I may not be on TV every goddamn weekend, but at least I could buy my mom, my dad a house. That's what I'm saying. I could buy my mom, my dad in the house. And Farrah, I'm glad you brought up a great point that when you say that only 104 for the NBA draft, whatever, but last year was because now you're making money. That's why, not to switch subjects here, but that's why women college ball players want to stay because they make way more money than going professional.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. But man, good conversation, my brothers. But now it's time to go on. Oh man, Shata. No, hell no, Shata. I'm gonna let you go last because you keep interrupting every goddamn buddy. You go ahead and get this scene right here. We haven't did this in a while. But in case you missed it, I'm gonna give you 2 for 1 today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure I got the right one. There it is.
By opposing teams. Judge gets a hold of one the other way. Deep right field. Tatis leaps. It's gone. Aaron Judge goes Oppo.
Backspin that he seems to normally have. Here's a drive to deep center. Varsho back. And did he catch that ball? Yes. He caught that
ball. Yeah, in case you missed it, y'all saw the smooth play that my man did. He dropped the ball. So which one you was more impressed by there, Tim Dog? The guy falling down catching the ball, or the guy the way that he kept that ball and
stole that ball?
Huh?
I'm gonna say the second one because that's impressive. You fall and you still have the awareness to catch that. That's impressive.
I got you, Pharaoh King.
Well, I had to say I was very impressed with the second one, but after I saw the Aaron Judge steal, that dude, he didn't even know the ball was rolling by him.
He picked it up.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's impressive because our dude, he looking everywhere for that ball.
For that damn ball, yeah. I think he gave it to the guy behind him, me personally. But my man, Matt Professor, which one impressed you the most?
I'm agree with the first two guys. Because that first guy, he was looking for the ball, and the dude was like, "Fuck him then." that second catch. I mean, that second catch, he falling, tumbling over, and still caught it with his hand. I mean, with his glove. That was amazing.
I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. And of
That was
course,
all
Shaka.
last week too.
Shaka.
The second one, of course, because I played outfield, so I know how hard it is to track a ball and freaking daggone lose it in the sun or something. So to be able to lose the ball, fall down, get your bearings, come back up, and then catch it the way he caught it.
Yeah,
Behind his back.
That's
like that's an everyday routine. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I got you. I
Look
got you.
like Bo out there.
I'm going with the stealing of the ball myself because he act like nothing happened. He's still clapping with him.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
That
telling
was
you,
like me last week at Jersey
they
Mike.
gonna
My
see this
sandwich.
footage. Somebody gonna be mad as hell.
Yeah, somebody mad as hell. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show for Shata, this day in sports history. Shata, what you got for us?
I only have one thing for us today. In light of everything that's going on, we forgot this weekend Kentucky Derby happened.
Yeah.
And today in 1977 was the 103rd Kentucky Derby ran. And guess who won that race?
Secretary.
Shoemaker.
Huh?
Shoemaker.
Secretary. That's what he says. I'm always say secretary. Who?
Yeah, that's right.
Negative.
No, what'd you say?
Oh. Okay. In 1977, the 103rd Kentucky Derby was ran.
Right.
What's the name of the horse that won that race?
I say secretary.
Okay.
I said Shoemaker.
No.
But I know that ain't right.
No. It was like Seattle something.
Seattle Slew.
Not Seattle Slew. I don't
Yeah.
care. I was only 4 years old.
Yeah. So who won?
Pharaoh's right. It was Seattle Slew.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote.
That was the name I was gonna say, but
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. My name started with an S.
Negro, please.
My name started with an S. Shit. I was gonna get there.
So today, 1977, in history, Seattle Slew won the 103rd Kentucky Derby. In lieu, that Kentucky Derby was just ran.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
Shata, you also want to say something about the
Yes, gentlemen.
go ahead.
Before I wanted to talk to the man on the street about extending my segment to add track and field in it. Is there anything specific that you guys want me to cover as far as track and field? Because I know all of it, the field worldwide. I don't know what you guys are. Is it something that some particular sport that you might be say you like to me to report on or something like that? For me, I could go up and down the list with no problem.
I was too fat to run track, so no.
It's slow.
It doesn't matter.
Hey,
That's interesting to me because I don't know anything about it. So
this is backstage talk to me.
yeah, let's talk about it backstage. We talk about it backstage, but that there it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Shata. This today in sports. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Oh, it's that time. Oh man, it's weird sports. Oh man, we done gave you a lot of great.
Before we do that too, please put that out to all our viewers also that if they want something in track to just send it to me and I'll do the research.
I got you. And ladies and gentlemen, now time about our favorite subject, weird sports. Man, we done gave you a lot of greats. Oh shit, man, it's too many to name. Well, I'm gonna name a few.
No, don't.
Well, the kettle put. What else? The roach racing, slug racing, beer mile. We gave you nose clean. What else? One of my favorite.
the ferret in the pants.
Ferret in the pants.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ferret,
yeah.
right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I had another one before I say this one. Pharaoh, I got yours too. I'm gonna make sure I get that one right. But this one right here, in honor of Puffy going to trial.
We did sperm racing last week.
What is it?
Sperm race last week.
No, man, we did that last week. That's after. But
Oh,
this is before.
This wrestler is pouring olive oil into his pants, getting ready for a sport that's as challenging as it is skillful. This is Turkey's national sport, oil wrestling. In the match, competitors often reach inside each other's waistband, looking for the key grip point. As for why they cover themselves in olive oil, it's
Why
to
are we
make the
doing
grip more
this?
difficult and add an extra layer of challenge to the game.
I say you order a puppy.
Why-
I say you
why
order
we-
a puppy. Man,
Why are we
Professor,
doing this?
I say you order a puppy.
To get the good grip place. What the fuck?
You stick your hand down there and pull out a handful of shit. Damn.
What?
I say you order a puppy. You know he did the baby oil. They do olive oil. They grab a crotch. He grab crotch.
Move on. Move on.
No, they're not grabbing crotches. They grabbing ass.
Move on.
Go ahead,
And-
Tim, dog.
Notice the skin color once again.
But that's turkey. For turkey.
It's
Well,
caucus. Caucasus region.
You see, that's that. That's that Alexander the Great with his soldiers type.
He said Alexander the Great.
No,
Oh, man.
That ain't no bowling ball.
Hey, Pharaoh King, man, you my boy. See, that's what I say. I say in honor of Puffy going to trial. I want to keep that same vibe. I did that, right?
And the next thing out of my mouth was no baby oil, and then you daggone gonna put olive oil. What the hell?
But Pharaoh, man,
But it
your
wasn't
thoughts,
baby
man.
oil.
It wasn't baby.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Hey, olive oil got a little bit more viscosity to it.
Bad Professor's like,
We're not-
and they
we're
try
not
to get a
talking
better grip on
We're
what?
not talking about this. No.
On that
But
ass.
they said the object is to reach into the other person.
Oh my God.
to get a better grip.
So you get a better grip. Thank you for that, Pharaoh. Thank you for having my back on that, Pharaoh. Thank you for having my back on that.
That's a segment.
Every week I
for you
think it
and
can't
Pharaoh.
worse. Joe said every week I think it can't get worse. And
And
I must say,
nobody
y'all
got a
keep
list for sexual
No,
harassment.
no, that is not y'all. Okay,
Sexual assault.
Thank you, Joe.
y'all.
Thank you, Joe.
Y'all.
We
Y'all.
try our best, man. We got together, and this is what the video that we picked.
No, we didn't do nothing.
The Celtics have
I
missed
was at a
79
family
free throw
barbecue.
3-pointers over the last two games.
Yeah.
They've let New York come within 5 points of this game.
I told you.
I
They're
told
10
you.
for 40 today.
Yeah,
told
10
you.
for 40 today, but that's what it is, man. But thank y'all for watching
Damn.
our Weird Sport of the Week. But now it's time for Pharaoh King Trivia Question of the Week. Pharaoh King, what you got for us this week, my brother?
It's kind of odd because Shanta asked that question earlier. So I was basing mine off the Kentucky Derby. They did the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby, and Sovereignty won. Matter of fact, I picked Sovereignty to win. I should have put some money down on him.
Look,
And,
he ain't gonna be in it.
But anyway, he won the race at 2 minutes, 2 seconds, and some odd whatever. So
He
my
faster
question
than
to
me.
you guys is, here it comes.
This thoroughbred owns the fastest time in the Churchill Downs, Kentucky Derby.
Secretary.
Is that the only one you know?
Yeah.
I know, right?
That's right. Secretary.
I was gonna say I thought it was Aladar a few years back.
Okay, I'm going with Secretary.
Secretariat was a bad motherfucker though.
All the horses that was in this
That was
Kentucky
the
Derby
last
just
one that
from
won
him.
Triple too, isn't it?
No, he was the last one. They had one since then. But
Nah, the
I think-
Aladar won the Triple Crown a few years back, and somebody won. I think
Yeah.
4 years ago.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
remember, American Pharaoh was the first one to win
After
after
Secretary.
37 years. It was American
Yeah.
Pharaoh. Then
Yeah,
you
But-
got another one after that. Yes.
I think they say that all the horses that ran in this race are descendants from Secretariat.
Are you
If you look it
serious?
up- Yeah,
that
if
was
you
a
look it
big,
up.
beautiful horse. But anyway,
Mhm. But go
come
ahead.
on.
I'm going with Secretariat because he won by links.
No. Huh?
My answer, Secretariat.
Okay.
The
Wait,
horse
wait,
that-
wait, wait. What's going
The
on?
horse. What's the horse that Secretariat raced?
Loser.
Sham.
No. Sham.
Sham.
Yes, Sham. That's what I'm going with.
Who you got, Tim Dog?
Loser.
Tim Dog ain't
Come on,
got no
Tim.
answer. He ain't got no answer. Tim ain't got the answer. What's the answer? What's the answer? Tim ain't gonna get it right anyway.
Hey, I'll wait. Here we go.
I ain't even gonna be
Here it is.
Oh, he called it.
Secretariat.
That's the only horse he know.
The man
For real, it's the only name his ass knows.
Know what he knows.
Hey, it was by default because that's all he kept screaming.
I
That's
wish
all
your
he
ass would have
knows.
changed the answer.
I wish I could.
And then told him his ass was right when we went off.
So Secretariat to this day
Yeah,
holds the fastest track records of all 3 tracks
yeah,
still to
Yeah.
this day. So,
yeah. Because
Is
I
Santa
remember.
Anita too?
huh?
Is Santa Anita too?
Yeah,
All of them. And
yeah. Because
matter of fact, he has the longest win. That's the one you're talking about.
yeah, by the links. Yeah,
But that was in the Belmont Stakes. That was the
yeah.
end. That was the last
New
race.
York.
31 links.
Yeah, yeah. Man, the man on the street is killing y'all. Y'all need to catch up.
Yeah,
Man. Y'all need to
And
be
that
all
was by
over-
default because you know nobody
Yeah,
else.
because even when you don't get it
Nobody
right,
else.
you get it right.
Yeah, that's right.
Eventually,
I'm over Secretariat.
What you say, Bad Professor? Even
I
don't
said
get it
because
right.
even when you don't get it right, you get it right. That's the
right.
answer I was gonna say. The fuck?
see, man,
Do y'all know? Here's a question. Do y'all know why Secretariat was such a fast horse?
I don't know. What's it crack? What's
Back
it
then, cocaine wasn't illegal.
No, it was some with his food.
Now he had a larger heart than most horses.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He was 3 times bigger heart than average thoroughbreds.
I think
That's
he's a
right.
big ass horse.
Yeah, he was. That was a big horse.
Big
But
ass
Pharaoh, man,
Not
if
as
you,
big as Man of War.
yeah, but
Yeah,
Pharaoh,
man.
Google that before we go on. Was all the horses descended from Secretary? If you could Google that, somebody Google that quick. Like, I just want to make sure. I thought that's what I heard when they say that all the horses that ran in the Kentucky Derby this year were descended from
That was a lot of
Secretary.
damn horses. So
I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I thought I heard.
Secretary could be the great grandfather.
I thought they say that all the horses had they could trace their roots back to Secretary. I could be wrong,
okay.
but somebody could research that quick like for me. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you something to think about, something funny, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that? Oh hell no! I almost forgot. Oh shit! Oh shit! Here we come. My bad. Mad Professor, tell him why you mad. My bad,
Well,
man.
before I
you
get
talk
to
shit
it-
about LeBron. You talk so much shit about LeBron. Man.
And that's why I was gonna tell you I don't need to talk about why I'm mad because I got it out early. But no, every horse this year is a descendant of Secretariat.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's why it was a small field this year. But why I'm angry does concern the Kentucky Derby and the Triple Crown. It's pissing me off that horses get to pick and choose which race they run in. They don't want to run in Preakness because it's so long. They don't want to run in Belmont because their horse will be tired. That is why the Triple Crown is a fucking achievement. That's what the achievement comes from. Your horse being able to race and win every damn race.
Yeah.
Stop pulling your horse from this race and that race because you don't think he's gonna make it and then saving your horse for the next. Fuck out here. Y'all weak.
No.
Y'all horse is weak. You weak as a trainer.
No, it's the American way now. It's called the wussification of America.
And that's my
Are
point.
they resting the horses?
That's my point, because here's my problem with it. I wish they would make a rule that if your horse is gonna run a Kentucky Derby, unless he's injured or she's injured, you should be committed to running the next 2 legs.
Yeah, because I think what the next one is the Belmont, right?
Yeah.
Belmont is next.
No,
Preakness.
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 Then the Belmont is okay. And what's the Belmont? It's a mile and a half.
Yeah, Preakness is the long one.
Long. Okay.
Hold on.
All right then. But thank you for that, Matt Professor. But tell them why you mad.
1 3/16 is Preakness.
I got you. But ladies and gentlemen, now it's that time. I'd like to give you something.
New York done taking the lead with 1 minute and 40 left.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, can I before you talk, Tim Dog, before we get you, man. Only reason why I want the Knicks to lose because I want to hear Stephen A. Smith. Shata, you don't like Stephen A. Smith, but y'all motherfuckers, y'all be texting us to this goddamn game.
That month. Let me tell you something about that damn Django ass, damn Stephen ass, damn.
Okay.
Tell him why you're mad, Shata.
He ain't no Knicks fan. That dude, he jumped on the Knicks only because back in the day, Charles Oakley and them was daggone doing their thing, and he decided when he got to ESPN, I want to go ahead and jump on the Knicks, this, that, and the other.
Well, all I know is Tim Dog. All I know is we like to give you something, think about something fun, and better yet, where Tim Dog get that from. And Shata got an autographed picture of Stephen A. Smith in his goddamn locker right now. Tim Dog, where you get that from?
Man, y'all know how I feel about flies. And this morning I got up and I saw this fly in the bathroom, and I was like, "What the?" I went and go grab something to knock it down, and it was still there. And I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I knocked that motherfucker down. I'm like, "Damn, why is it just standing there?" Come to find out, did you know that flies sleep?
No, I didn't know flies sleep. Thank you for telling me.
Yes, flies do sleep. So the thing about flies is if they don't sleep, whenever they don't sleep.
Can we stop making all of this whole show got to be about fucking sports?
No,
Okay,
I'm being
just some random shit Tim come up with. Okay, that's the new fucking rule.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't even know what's going on right
Flies,
now.
they do sleep.
Hey, Jim, that was a good punchline because I was sure waiting on something, boy. Oh,
You and man on the street. You know what?
They-
You and man on the street. You guys need to start sending private messages for your.
oh my
Y'all
God.
need to start sending private messages. You out here got us on here talking about y'all digging in people's butts and back on flies.
Hey,
Oh, God.
I don't care about none
I'm
of
just
that.
doing my job.
I
Shaka.
didn't
I'm
know.
doing my job.
God.
I didn't know, Tim. I didn't know flies.
I didn't know
slept,
either.
so they only
But thank you
got
for that.
30 days to
Y'all
live. I didn't
didn't?
think they had
Yeah.
time to sleep.
Yeah. But go ahead, Tim Dog.
No,
No, that's it. No, fuck that. That's it.
No.
No. Play his outro.
Oh, man.
Oh, play his outro. Oh, Tim Dog. Matt Professor, where we go?
Man, Professor.
Matt Professor, where we go? What you got for the people?
I ain't got shit. Let's go.
All right, then. Tim Dog, you got anything for the people before we go?
Hilarious, man.
Oh, what I got for the people is please respect the dead.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Including that
Man.
fly.
Yeah. Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
And I just wanted to let y'all know, man. So I was coming outside the mall the other day, and I had seen this woman crying, right? So she says she had lost $200.
Oh Lord.
So I gave her $40 from the $200 that I found. So, God had to bless, you know. If I'm gonna bless
God
you,
bless you.
you
I'm going to
me.
bless him. Shanta, what you got for the people before we go?
I have, all I know is, you know what? Thank you for listen.
You say, Pharaoh, give a 40 on the two.
No, a famous person once said, "Thank you for coming out. Have a good night."
I'm
Okay.
sorry, what was that, Shanta?
Oh, shit.
A famous person once said, "Thank you for coming out and have a good night."
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
go, Russ.
and his ass on the goddamn island right now, scared to come back to the States. But
Click.
Bad Professor, shout out to socials before we go, my brother.
Oh, I
Muted.
got
Bad Professor, you
advice.
muted. I can't
I
hear
got
you.
relationship advice real quick.
Oh,
No.
you coming to you? Go ahead, Matt
No.
Professor. Shout out
Find
to
me at
socials.
the madprofessor.1 Instagram and madprofessor1 Blue Sky and madprofessor.1 YouTube. I put something out yesterday. Ain't nobody watched the shit. I don't care
I watched
anymore.
it.
It's
I
on
don't-
YouTube.
I don't care.
I ain't
anymore.
see it. It
I
didn't come
watched it.
across my
No.
feed.
No, I watched it.
I might have not. I put 2 subscribers, so it might have not worked, but I don't know. You know what? I'm not saying I don't care because nobody. I'm saying I don't because this
I
nigga
saw
with
you
flies
sit on
and this
Blue
other nigga
Sky.
stealing a lady, a lady $150
He
fucking
stole it. He
dollars.
found it. He stole it. He found it.
And he was nice
He-
enough
he
to
did
give her
give her
some money,
$40.
but he lost her.
I had to bless her.
He blessed her.
It's
Hey,
like
I found
that
200.
sandwich last week when I
It is
got
what
it
it
out the
is.
store.
My man Tim Dog, shout out to socials so people can follow you.
That's why
Find
I'm
me on
mad.
Instagram, Father's Love 99.
Pharaoh King, shout out to social people follow you, my brother.
Hey, for like I said, for relationship advice, like if we play fight and it don't lead to sex, I'm gonna whip your ass for real. So
My God.
Pharaoh71, Pharaoh_71 Instagram.
Oh, God, shot. This motherfucker that went from finding $200 to giving a woman $40. to if we play fight, if we don't have sex, we gonna fight for real. Man, what type of Ray Rice shit that you talking about?
I keep telling you, my wife has yeah, listen, she has an open slot. She can talk to
I
you.
got you. Shout out to social, my brother, so that people can follow you, my brother.
Yo, you see it there. So one love, shout out Blue Sky at Social. Just want everybody to understand and have a good week and make sure you take care of each other and your families.
That's right. And of course, you can find me, the Man on the Street, at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube. You also find us for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast on YouTube and on Facebook. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend, and make sure you subscribe. Watch our videos. I'm telling you, pretty good. We also got another podcast called Two Cigars and a Blunt, which goes down every Friday night at 8 o'clock on YouTube and on Facebook. But then what's followed Two Cigars and a Blunt is Ashed Out. Oh man, I'm telling you, that's the best day on Friday. Friday is my best time because Ashed Out, everybody gets a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. And sometimes it goes right. Sometimes it goes left or goes down the middle, but 99% of the time, you're going to go left. And we have a good time.
By that time.
Yeah, by that time. And you're going to have a good time. But make sure you come back next Wednesday night for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. All we do is talk about sports until we get the Tim Dog segment. And we don't know where the fuck that shit goes. At 7 o'clock. Make sure you tell a friend and tell a friend. Juan must be working tonight because his ass ain't on here. He had no joke. So.
Juan don't work the evening shift no more.
Or Ice might have got his ass. But
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I have to tell him tomorrow, say, hey man.
Oh
let him know that you're
shit.
still here.
And with
So
that,
he can
I
start hiding.
am, that's right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Man on the Street.
Hey, this is your relationship guy, Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
Don't take relationship advice from Pharaoh, the Man on the Street. But I'm the Mad Professor.
That's what he meant, son.
I want to apologize to all our viewers that just come here for the first time and see this kind of ridiculous thing going here. So this is what we do. Same time next week, come back and see.
Hold on. What, you not gonna, why you telling me to take the advice from me? Hey, I ain't never get nobody no bad advice.
Me either.
Yeah.
No, Man on the Street, you let the shit happen. You let the shit happen. You knew what was coming. You could have muted this Negro's mic, but you let it happen. So I blame you.
He's straight Jerry Jones.
Oh, man.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. See y'all next week. And with that, we're out. Peace. Man, Professor, you wrong for that, man. Fuck you, man, Professor.